Dog. Field, just join. Why are you making it difficult, you little bitch? Huh? Trying to kiss? Is that what it is? Trying to make out right now in public in front of all these people? Still dead. Can GM players play? Yeah, why the fuck would they not be able to play? What the fuck? There's no limit.
Hello? Hello?
If this league becomes overrun with challengers, and now challengers dominate everything, and the plat players never get picked, fuck them. Fuck plat players. Anyway.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Steel? How you doing, brother?
Oh. I think my mic might be broken.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I hear you right now.
You sure do. You didn't hear me for a while.
Feels, give me a heads or tails, brother.
Tails.
Boom. All right, your dog shit. Sealed red, blue or red. We did change the draft, by the way. It goes 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Like normal League of Legends draft. I'll be at the captains. Wait, I'm masters now? Yeah, so we don't have full-time stat updaters anymore. We might be fucked on stats.
I guess I'll go blue.
You go blue?
Yeah.
All right.
Gritty.
Gritty. Interesting. All right, Gritty. Feels, where you at?
I'll take Jamarcus and Griffin.
All right, bet. Kung Fu, you're up next. 2 picks.
Asylum and Regicide.
Okay, Feels, you're up again.
Shepherd. Actually, wait, can I change it to Qzar?
Ooh. Yeah, you can.
And then I guess Ewolf or yeah.
You what? All right, Kung Fu, you're
Maxki.
up. Maxki.
Are you gonna send him mid again?
Ladies and gentlemen, the first game of the night. Please welcome aboard. I'd like to take a moment to talk about Shepard and his ability to be nerfed. That tweet's a banger, Doug. Guys. Why the tie, if I may ask? It's not a tie, you fucking uncultured swine. It's a bow tie. Okay? Check your fucking provolone. What do you mean, why a tie? Can a man not just wear a tie? Huh? Do I need a reason to fucking wear a bow tie? Huh? What do I gotta prove to you, Dad? Sorry I'm not good enough, Dad. I'm sorry I'm not Mormon, Dad. Sorry I shit my pants all the time, Dad. God. Anyway. Fucking Christ. Game 1. Password is going to be G1. Please join your respective teams, and I am welcoming my co-caster into the casting booth. Popcorn. Whenever he joins. I actually don't know if he's joining.
Hypo.
Hey, what's up?
What's the password?
Password is G1.
Hello.
Hello, brother. How you doing this fine evening, man?
I'm doing well. Excited to see this game. I got friends on both teams.
I'm a little intoxicated, so you may have to carry the desk as usual, though. So
it's all good. It's all good. This is going to be a good game. I'm excited.
It's going to be a good. I feel like this is actually more balanced in the draft. Do you feel that from the changes from last week? In case you guys aren't aware, we actually have balance. We changed the drafts up a little bit of how the draft process goes about. Fucking Mikey's on. Gritty. Oh yeah, there it is. Woo, Hypo unhinged. No, Hypo is just a little tipsy. I'm not drunk. I was like managing myself with little sippies before stream because I don't want to be completely fucking schwasted. So I'm kind of a genius. I just want you to know that. Thank you. Hypo's the house drunken out here. True, true. Why are we adding bots? Jamarcus, can we get rid of the fucking bots, please? Thank you fucking so much. I hate Jamarcus. Pop Gun, any thoughts from last week to this week? How are you feeling? Anything you're looking for this semester, I want to say, but that's not the right word.
The only thing that really stood out to me was that Gritty and Jamarcus are on opposite teams. We saw them last week kind of go off, so I'm kind of glad they got a little split up. We might see a little shake up in the bot lane, which is definitely going to be interesting to see.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, nothing stands out at the moment.
It's hard to say right now because it's like it's somewhat standard of a draft, I'd say. I think the only outliers that are kind of like ooh is Ewa being picked up. We haven't seen Ewa yet. This is Ewa's first week. Technically, because he was available last week, but he didn't get picked. But this time he got picked, so I'm interested to see how this goes for him. Ewa started off very poorly his first showing. I would say his first 4 to 5 games he lost. So,
well, I know that I don't want to give it away because I think they're about to get into draft, but he has definitely picked up a couple champs over the past 2 weeks or so that I think we might get to see something a little spicy from the bot lane.
Hey, a little bit
depending
of spice.
on how he's feeling.
All right, I'm excited.
I mean, he's definitely known to have some interesting picks already, but he's been
one of his picks that no one ever plays is Vel'Koz. That's for one. We never see any Vel'Koz picks except from him. That's the only time we ever see Vel'Koz.
Yeah, no, his mages are pretty good, and he's got some like sort of, I don't know, engaged style mages that he likes to play recently. So maybe we'll get to see something a little spicy. I think is it Iowa and Jamarcus? Is Iowa ADC actually?
Oh wait, yeah, it is Iowa. Yeah, it's okay. Iowa ADC. I mean, based on the ranks alone, I will say Team 1 is definitely rank better. Like if we're just comparing ranks.
Yeah.
Like they got they got double master players bot side. Like that is really strong, you know?
Yeah, I mean Jamarcus can really put in some work though. I'm sure Iowa and Jamarcus have probably played together, a couple of times at this point. I mean, they've been around a decent bit.
Yeah.
So, they'll have a little synergy there. But yeah, definitely I would definitely have to give the rank advantage to blue side here. But it's not an insurmountable,
Oh
obstacle.
Yeah, it's definitely
it could
possible.
Definitely be worked around. We'll have to see what happens in the first, couple steps of draft. I'm curious what the bans are going to be from blue side because I know a few people that are on red, but I'm not super familiar with the top side of red team.
The top side, I mean, QZR in general, you'll get tank side picks. Like you'll get consistent some sort of tank out of QZR, right? So that's the idea. Is I feel like you can't really ban out QZR. He kind of has an infinite pool of tanks.
Gotcha. Then maybe we'll see a lot of aggression early lane or early bot side from Griffin to maybe, if he's got a weak side tank player, we might see, an early visit to the bot lane from Griffin. That could definitely shake things up in the bot lane. Now, what I'm also curious about is the Regicide and Ewa, little rivalry we got going.
Really, this is a rivalry. I did not know about this.
It's not necessarily a rivalry.
They
just know each other.
Yeah,
they're homies. So we may see a little bit of targeting from Reggie. He may path bot as well, just to try to get it Iowa.
Try to destroy Ewa.
I would like to see some, aggressive bot lane plays.
I mean, we've seen the jungle meta quite a bit. The jungle meta has been spam bot side early. Bot side pressure is huge. Stranger, big appreciation by the way, buddy. Big love you, brother. Thank you for the support, man. But I will say, I will say. Okay, we got double R's. Is that team 1 and team 2? That is team 1 and team 2.
Yeah, I think we're good to go. I'm not sure how much you follow pro play, but the meta right now seems to be a lot of teams vying for a lot of aggression early bot side to get that bot prio that allows them to get those drakes early on. I'm curious if we're going to see an interesting bot lane pick from Iowa. I know his ADC pool is a little bit more limited.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
In this meta, where you're seeing so many interesting picks, we see the Heimerdinger was a really
I feel like we get a weird mage pick from him. So there it is, the Vel'Koz pick, the Vel'Koz ban. Sorry, coming out from blue team. I think they're targeting that there.
You do have to put a little respect on Iowa's name for the Vel'Koz. He can definitely put in some serious work with that. I'd be curious if we'd see a Swain pick come out from Iowa. That's something that he's been working on quite a bit, and he loves that pick. So I'm
And
curious if they're gonna.
you have to take
end
it
up
away
scaling
early
that
because
out.
Asylum plays a lot of Swain, but also he knows Swain. So it's like you're picking Swain into a guy that knows Swain in and out. So it's like it's a little scary, you know.
Yeah, it's also one of those picks that can be played around, especially I think it's Masters for the bot lane, Gritty and Asylum.
Yeah.
They're gonna know how to play around it.
Oh yeah.
We'll just have to see, if it ends up getting through the ban phase here. Diana ban coming out from blue side, and then the Ezreal for Gritty. We did see him last week play. I believe I saw him play one game of Ezreal, and he looked very comfortable on that champ.
Oh
So
yeah, that
that's
is his
definitely a good
bread
ban.
and butter. Man says you get rid of that pick, you'll get a little bit worse of it as a Gritty out of him.
Yep, and the Karma comes out as the first pick for blue side. I like that. I think it can go. I mean, I think it can technically go 3 lanes, top, mid, and support.
Yep.
But I'm curious if that's Karma for Asylum. Karma is one of those champs that can definitely kind of 1v2 bot lane early. We can see, with the Mantra Q being able to make a lot of space for the ADC. So I'm hoping that that's probably a bot lane pick. I like that pick a lot. And then Hecarim coming out as a response.
I mean, we know
like
Maxi's Karma is there. I feel like this is a Karma, like it could be flexed anywhere. I feel like both the top, the bot, and the mid all play Karma, but I can't help but think it's gonna be Maxi on Karma because he picked up Karma over the last off season, and he has been quite. I don't know if you peep his OPGG, you will see a ton of wins on Karma, more than his Echo, a higher win rate than his Echo actually, which he's known for his Echo.
Gotcha. We do see the Ashe coming out. That's now kind of like a pretty solid flex pick for bot lane. I know Iowa does play it. I'm not sure about the support, but that is a really solid pick. Obviously, if they want to
follow Tony Baboni
engage, the Ashe makes
Big
the
priest, brother.
hiding away for the enemy very difficult. I do like
That's
that
for you,
pickup.
King.
And then Reggie's Rengar. We have to talk about Reggie's Rengar.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about Reggie's Rengar, baby. That
got through the ban phase.
That got through.
That's dangerous.
That's scary.
Very dangerous.
That is terrifying. Shiver me timbers. I am shitting bricks right now. That is not something we see. Reggie, I mean, we talked about it last week. Reggie did not get banned out very often, so his Rengar snuck through, but we didn't see it much last week. Now we're actually seeing it. So I'm curious to see how this goes.
And especially if we see that Ashe go support, she's going to be down a little bit of XP. Reggie's going to have no problem just kind of one-tapping her. But we did see the Caitlyn come out. Caitlyn can go with Karma for sure, and it's definitely a really high priority ADC. I'm surprised to see it picked so late in the draft. I would have actually preferred to see Red Side pick that up with the Hecarim to mitigate some of that early lead that, maybe we could see the Karma bring to that lane. But moving on to the second ban phase, going to see what Red Side is going to decide to get out.
Guys,
team.
if we have to redraft, then make it quit happen. Like make it happen fast. Stop delaying. If you want to redraft, make it happen quick.
Okay.
The longer you delay, the worse it is. Just make it happen. Please feel free to peek Premier Draft League. You'll see a photo of the last picks and bans. I'm not sure where we're starting. I'm checking. Did this team fuck up or did the other team fuck up?
We technically fucked up a ban, but then like they fucked up the Ashe thing, and then like we found out after we picked Caitlyn that Ashe was Caitlyn.
Okay.
And also that they were just waiting for the whole draft, I guess, to redraft because Ashe was Caitlyn.
Yeah, they have to not. Okay. So we're starting from the Ashe pick. That's where we're starting from.
Wait, why is it glitched saying that we have the picks already?
It's just a glitch. Don't worry about it. It does that. All right. Just starting from Ashe, right? Ashe is the incorrect pick?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Caitlyn.
Okay. All right. So the Ashe is apparently supposed to be Caitlyn. So we have to redo the picks up to that point.
Yeah, that's actually, I like that a lot better for Red Side. I definitely like to see the Caitlyn picked up early from Red Team. Leaving that up is, it can be difficult giving Blue Side Caitlyn.
Yeah. This is that discussion of lull draft. People talking about lull draft every once in a while. It usually is not an issue. It's only whenever people have like accounts that don't own every character, and it's so uncommon with this group. A ton of people own it. I will say this is the one hiccup where maybe we should lean towards lull draft, but I prefer that lull draft prolongs the whole process.
Yeah, definitely. It can add like 3 to 5 minutes to the overall time and champ select time. So we're the same up until the Ashe.
The Ashe, from then on, the Ashe is different, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
The Ashe, I feel like we're gonna get a Victor, maybe a Victor pick. I'm not entirely sure because he doesn't really have Caitlyn.
Oh, I see. Okay. Definitely kind of. Oh.
Okay, all right. Are you guys okay?
We're struggling a little bit just to get into the game, so.
They fucked up again by auto-locking Hecarim instead of just locking Kate. Understood. Okay.
It's tough sometimes. It's rough, I guess.
The lobby's not bugged, man. You just gotta pick different shit. Like, it's not bugged. I swear to God, it's not bugged. It's just a visual thing. It doesn't matter. Fucking amateur hour. Come on. Get your shit together. And it locked. He said he picked Kate and it locked Hack. Okay, actually. All right, well, fuck it. We'll restart. G1. All right. Griffin, Asylum, Regicide. You what? Maxi, Beals. Shepherd. No. Shepherd got popped. Pop gun. All right, we're good. Fucking sprinklers? What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Third time's the charm, eh, Pop gun?
Yeah, I think so. Is this like a fresh restart? Like, are we full resetting or is it just
first pick?
Picks again?
You are picking Caitlyn. Second pick, you are picking Hecarim. Understood? All right. Go. GI? Isn't GI technically something about your intestinal tract? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, gastrointestinal.
Gastrointestinal. Although I have a name tag that says hypo and it drags down my shirt. I just wanted to be known. Thank you. It says hypo. I swear to God, right? See, look at it. See? Now you guys know my name. The secret. Now it's known. Secret's out. Ugh. Comedy comes in threes, and so do I. Welcome to Premier Draft, where the drafts are not scuffed and everything goes perfectly according to plan. My name's Ricky Salsa, and I'm joined by Hypo.
Hello, hello.
Hypo,
All right, so
why are you a beast?
Couldn't tell you.
What a cop out. Oh man, fucking Christ.
Okay, maybe this time we will actually get to see a game happen. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we should see a Caitlyn pick and then a Hecarim pick. That's what we should be seeing.
Please.
Uzar, can we get a Caitlyn?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
We do see a Caitlyn.
Okay, the Rengar pick again. Now, what do they pick?
This is fresh.
Here?
Yeah, now this from here on out, we are fresh. Samira, really?
Okay, so that is a most likely a Karma. Oh, no, it looks like they're switching it up. I was going to say, Samira Karma is not a lane you typically see.
Yeah.
So he's hovering a bunch of stuff. He's having a hard time deciding.
Oh, he said a little bit on Tristana. There it is.
Okay. Yeah, Tristana Karma, I'm not thinking so. I think it is the Maxi Karma.
Karma mid, yeah.
Yeah, so that definitely makes sense there. Now the response from red side is a little interesting. Now that they can kind of assess that the Karma is going mid, they don't have a counter for, I think, anything at the moment. It is the Lux pickup for the synergy with Caitlyn, which does make sense. That's a very strong bot lane.
Very strong bot side pick. Yeah, it's a lot. It's got a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see something all in and they focus bot side. I'm assuming, right? That or they do something sustain heavy.
I mean, even just from this point in the draft, you can kind of assess that the bot lane is going to be where the junglers are going to be pathing to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Caitlyn Karma, you want to be able to allow them to get those tower plates early and rotate out of that bot lane, maybe 15 minutes, something like that. Allow them to go mid or rotate to top side to do other things on the map. You want to break them out of bot lane as soon as possible. And from the blue side, Reggie is going to have to do everything he can to make sure that they're not allowed to do that. So I'm expecting to see some sort of like maybe tank engage from this from Asylum. You know, I think I'm not 100% sure what his champ pool is. Do you know any like tank engage supports that he likes to play?
Gritty. Okay, all right. Gritty, can you, all right, focus on your draft. From here on, this is exactly how the game, we are going according to plan. You're missing the mark. Pay attention. Pay attention to your team. You're off your rocker right now, brother. It was Karma, Hecarim, and then Caitlyn. But they had an Ashe pick. That Ashe pick was supposed to be Caitlyn. And then they saw your picks of Rengar and Caitlyn. But you guys shouldn't have had Caitlyn. We had to start from the Ashe pick, which was their second pick. It was their very first draft. So from then on, Regicide could have picked any other jungler if he wanted to. He absolutely had the right and ability to pick any other jungler. And you had the ability to pick any AD carry. It would be a complete swap up. That being said, Georgia. Good to smell you, dude. How was your stream? Fucking Gritty. Pay attention, Gritty. Read between the lines. Blame Gritty with me. Popgun, say something rude.
You suck.
Got him. Fucking, yeah. Even Pop's coming out on you, dude. Lux and Poppy picked. Speaking of Pops, we do see the Poppy.
Fairly decent weak side top lane. Not something you see super common right now, but I guess into the Rengar Tristana, you know, both of them having that jump that Poppy can sort of deny. I do like that pickup. Pyke coming out.
Oh, wow.
Asylum.
Oh,
Tristana,
wow.
Pyke,
that's going to be a spicy bot side right there.
It is going to be a very spicy bot lane. And then the GP comes in as a counter to the Poppy. That's pretty typical. GP kind of gets an easy lane or a Kale. So we're both of those picks, the late game scaling, you know, really coming on in the mid game for Captain Kung Fu. I like those picks. Okay, that is not what I saw coming at all. But with the damage breakdown,
the unseen pick is the deadliest.
I think it can work. I think the Kale might have been better. You have the synergy with the Rengar being able to save your Tristana if she jumps in too far. I like the Kale pick, but the Rumble coming out into the Poppy, I think that is a free lane for Rumble. I think that Poppy doesn't have a lot of options as far as, you know, getting Rumble out of lane. And then the Thresh coming in for red side. Wow, they're really throwing a wrench into what I thought this game would be. So we are seeing Lux mid, Caitlyn Thresh into Pyke Tristana. Thresh Flay obviously can mess up Pyke's engage a fair bit, but I think I still like the Caitlyn Lux a little bit better. I would have maybe liked to see a mid lane pick for R5 on red side. But both drafts, not bad overall. Not bad. It's kind of coin flippy a little bit from blue side, though.
It is very coin flippy, I will say. I feel like if blue side gets to that early lead, they're doing great. If they don't, I'm scared.
Yeah,
because I feel like red has potential no matter what. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean,
the Lux. I will say the Lux swap up with the Thresh is a little weird. It's a little unexpected, but I think it will be fine.
You had arguably one of the best bot lanes in the game with Caitlyn Lux secured. I'm not sure why you would switch that up. You even had a counter pick for last on red side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of action bot lane regardless. It's still going to be pretty spicy. I'm expecting to see both junglers path
bot side. Here. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, because top lane, not a whole lot of action is going to come there. Poppy's just going to be picking up the CS where she can. Into Rumble, it is a hard lane. Poppy can definitely do well in it. But again, it's going to be a bot lane, you know, centered
giant bot lane difference. Yeah, it's going to be whoever wins the bot side is probably going to take over the game for the first half of it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious. I'm not 100% sure on some of the interactions with Thresh and Pyke. I think Thresh generally has a winning matchup into Pyke if the Thresh is, you know, played well enough.
And let me tell you, Jamarcus's Thresh is played enough.
Okay.
That is his known for pick. That is his, when you put Jamarcus on a board and you say, what is this guy known for? For the people that really know him, it is Thresh. That is what they know him for. That being said, it has been a while since we've seen it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see some interesting, you know, interactions between the two champions. I think It's basically on Thresh to secure Caitlyn's safety throughout the lane. I'm expecting to see Thresh sort of just sitting on top of Caitlyn and making sure that, one, she's not going to get pulled, but two, that the pike engage kind of gets denied through Flay. I think that's what we're going to be looking for quite a bit. The mid lane matchup is, in my opinion, just sort of the most neutral out of
the most
every
neutral
lane.
wish-wash. Yeah, I feel like they're both just going to be clearing waves and trying to pressure. I will say, I feel like Karma's a little more in the driver's seat. I feel like Lux has to react a little more based on the champion itself, but I feel like Lux will be better at clearing.
Yeah, early game for sure. Karma's definitely going to be able to, influence the lane and the surrounding area a bit more. But once Lux hits 6 and is able to, clear those waves almost immediately with ER,
yeah,
then we can maybe see Lux have a little bit more impact on the map, maybe trying to get some bot lane dives in with Hecarim, because that clear from Karma, it is good early, but it falls short after level 6, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting to see a lot of action bot. I don't really see any other place on the map being like really the hot zone for this game.
Like we said, it's going to be bot. That's the name of the game right now. And we have Regicide on his Rengar, something we haven't seen in a while. We have Maxkey on his Karma. And the bot side is the big question. I don't know about blue side's bot. It's been a while since I've seen Gritty on Tristana, and I don't think I've ever seen Asylum on Pyke. That being said, we saw Fields last week on Lux, and he had a phenomenal performance. I think he was like 12-1 and 12 last week. Did great. We saw Griffin's Hecarim. It forced bans after the first few games, and I feel like that got through. So it's
definitely
we see a lot of solid picks on both sides. I'm curious where we're gonna go with this.
Yeah, blue side's spot lane, Tristana Pyke, is basically the definition of a snowball.
Oh yeah.
If they start to gain that traction that they need early game, if they can overcome the range advantage that Caitlyn has, maybe with a little help from Reggie, we're going to really see them take over this game. I'm not seeing a whole lot of options for red side to deal with the Tristana that's able to live those backline dives from Hecarim, unless we see maybe a random Lux bind or something like that. If they get ahead, it can really, really be a lot of trouble for the Lux and the Caitlyn, especially because they don't have a ton of ways to disengage from that effectively outside of burning a flash.
And it's going to be largely on Poppy to protect them in that regard, I'd say. I feel like Poppy and Thresh, but I feel like you have tools there to handle that. It's just going to be a little scary. On the flip side, I want to say, how do you approach, as blue team, how do you approach red team? And I feel like your best shot is a big rumble ult. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I really don't know.
The engage tools that they have are fairly limited, especially into that Poppy. It's going to be really, really hit or miss whether they're able to actually get onto the back line of red side. So I think they're kind of relying on Reggie to take over early. Like I mentioned earlier, the range advantage from bot, they should have a little prio, but I'm expecting to see both junglers pathing bot side. My screen is all bugged. I don't know.
Mine is too. Okay. If you drag to the side, eventually it goes. All right. We're a little monking. All right, we're good.
Yeah. Are you at like 10 seconds? 11, 12?
12, 13,
okay,
14.
Yeah, we're
good.
Okay, cool. I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, again, I'm just expecting to see a lot of bot lane aggression. I'm curious as to the summoner spell choices of the bot lane. As we see, blue side looks like they're gonna try to get a little bit of an invade going here with the Pyke Q. Yeah, they're just walking through the river. Lux may be in a little bit of danger here. She is going to swat it out. And yeah, not a whole lot they can do there. That was kind of a coin flip engage in my eyes. There wasn't a huge chance that they would really win early.
Oh, they do have a little path here. Fields is fucking around. Fuck around. Find out.
Yeah.
I mean,
not the end of the world. I think he can just reset if he really needs to. And yeah, it looks like he's going to pop the reset.
Rengar, we do see Regicide with 318 MS in the chat right now. Karma saying FF now. GG, well played, says Karma.
All right, so looking at the jungle pathing early game, we are seeing Reggie start red, and we are seeing Hecarim start at his Raptors. This is a little different from what I view the correct pathing to be. They do spot Hecarim. Reggie pathing top, I don't think gives blue side any large advantage. I'm not really. I think Rumble should already be able to sort of do what he wants with the lane early into Poppy. I'm curious as to what Hecarim can do with that free time that he's going to get bot lane in this lane that we know if it starts to go one way or the other, it can really be a disaster for the other team. A little bit of aggressive trading coming out from the mid lane.
Yeah, a lot of mid lane trading, but they're both very pokey guys.
Yeah, not going to be any kills most likely in the mid lane unless somebody really makes a mistake. We do see a little bit of
big hook coming down bot side. Ewell getting picked off a little bit. Yeah, taking a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, both ADs starting Doran's Blade. I think that's really good in this matchup. Get that extra 80 HP can be the difference between a hook getting a kill or not. And we see Jamarcus landing that hook onto Tristana. And I was under tower. This might be first blood. And that's first blood to...
Oh shit, I fucking completely missed
Asylum.
that. And yeah, Jamarcus is now getting pinged out.
Asylum landing every single hook that he can. This might potentially be another kill if the hook comes up soon enough. And it looks like it does. And it looks like the bomb for Tristana coming out of the Thresh. That's going to be another kill to Gritty.
That's 2 kills. 2 kills to the bot side.
And that's not what you want to see if you're Hecarim specifically. He bought this game to give them the freedom to do what they want in this lane, and it looks like Reggie's just going to kind of be rewarded with his greedy pathing towards the top side. But yeah, that's a rough start for this lane.
Not a good look at all. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We talked about that bot side. We see that snowball. I feel like once things start taking off for blue team, especially bot side, I feel like it's going to be hard to stop. We do see Reggie pathing towards the top side here, coming towards on Poppy. Flash being used, snare, big pop, and there goes Poppy.
Just
popping.
About the easiest that gank could have possibly gone for Reggie. You know, one flash into a bolt strike, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
Just a free kill for Reggie. Him picking up kills early, again, really nice. Rengar really loves to get those early kills for that extra damage on his passive. Yeah, that's easy. Right now, if you're in blue side, you're feeling really good about the state of this game.
They're doing a little bit of a cheeky lane hold. A little bit of damage for it in the process. Meanwhile, Jamarcus roaming mid side, not quite finding the hook, going wide on both.
Yeah, that was a good sort of, I guess you could say a dodge, but he just kind of moved out of the way from Karma there. It looks like a lot of trading happening topside. Poppy picking up her shield, going very, very low. One more auto, and that's a solo kill for Captain Kung Fu. Hecarim goes in mid lane, doesn't quite get Karma in range for his team to follow up, but yeah, a lot of action in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, red team's we're not seeing red team hit those marks they need.
Yeah, it's one of those hooks landing from Jamarcus leads to a kill there, but you know, not quite there. You can't hit every single skill shot. Can't really blame him. He's putting a lot of pressure mid lane though, which I like a lot. We can see Asylum sort of trying to match it, but Lux is almost under tower, so it's a little too late for blue side right now. But yeah, again, they're still in the driver's seat at the moment. Reggie pathing bot side, going into the alcove. Looks like he's going to be an alcove gamer here in a second, trying to cover his ADC while Pyke roams. Doesn't look like any action is really going to come out from him. He's kind of just chilling. He does have some camps topside, but he's not losing a whole heck of a lot by just sitting down here and making sure his ADC is safe.
Yeah, I would agree with you, big man. It's the reliable CC, but the scaling on blue, like you said, very spooky.
Definitely.
Right now, Regicide just kind of sapping XP and the gold right now. He was walking a little. We see these little steps he was taking, and it gets very dangerous with each step.
I mentioned this in Champion Select, but this might be a little bit of that targeting coming out from Iowa and Reggie. Reggie making sure that he's applying some of that pressure because he knows Iowa. That could be what we're seeing here. He is wasting a
Does Iowa buckle under pressure? Is that the play?
No, Iowa is definitely not one to buckle under pressure, but...
Ooh, big hook in response. Punishing that initiation. Yeah, Jamarcus was not going to let that through. Very forced fight, I'd say, from Asylum. Very uncharacteristic.
He wanted to make use of Reggie's time that he spent. Reggie he was at almost, I think, over a minute.
Yeah, he's
down
been
in
there
those
for
bot
about a
bushes.
minute.
His camps were respawning, and we could see that Heckram's punishing him. He's taking that Gromp. He might even go for the Wolves. So, I mean, all in all, that was a big time and XP waste from Reggie, which is uncharacteristic. Typically, his pathing is fairly strong. We do see a Rumble ult coming onto Poppy, but it looks like she's just going to be able to walk away there. Not a whole lot of ways for Rumble to lock down that Poppy. Poppy flashing in onto Rumble.
Big flash.
Sunning him onto the wall. Rumble flashing out. And it looks like Heckram's getting engaged on here. The hook from Asylum kind of, you know, seals the deal on that one. Griffin going down. And it looks like they may even try to look onto Lux here. Now, looks like they're going to back off. They already, you know, sort of won that fight. Yeah, but this is a dominant showing from blue side early game. And this is, if your, you know, game plan was to play through bot on red side, it is all out of whack right now. I'm not really entirely sure. The only thing keeping Iowa in the game right now is the fact that he's up about 16 CS.
If you see Pike, he ran into a trap. And these hooks have not quite been hitting for Jamarcus.
Yeah, I mean, Pike is a very slippery character to try to hook regardless, but yeah, we are not seeing a ton of hooks landing from him. He did have the one good hook to deny the Pike engage, and it didn't net them a kill. Unfortunately, it did go to the Thresh instead of the Caitlyn there, though. But overall, yeah, blue side's just definitely in the driver's seat. I'm surprised that they're not opting to do an early break here, as we see Asylum hooking Iowa through Thresh, and then Gritty jumping in to get the explosive charge onto Caitlyn. It's about an even trade, but
I honestly think if Thresh just held his hook there, they'd be better off.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It looks like he's charging up again. He's gonna go for the hook on Iowa, and again he's hitting.
Ooh, big hook in response. See both hooks, both sides. Reggie comes down bot side, but it's not. They're just under tower. They're too far under tower.
Yeah, Reggie thinking that maybe they were gonna try to all in there pop Cesar a little bit preemptively, but yeah, they were just so far into tower that there wasn't a response for them. We can start to see a little bit of a CS lead building top lane. We did talk about how Poppy might have a hard time in this lane top, but we're at basically a 30 CS lead top side. So that's, if that opens up any wider, that could spell trouble for Poppy, not getting any golden XP. And a hook coming from Asylum onto Lux from the bushes.
All the damage. Lux is in a dangerous position, but looks like they're opting to gain control of the dragon. They do have 3 on bot side right now.
Definitely. And it looks like Reggie and blue side are starting up the dragon. This is a really hard sort of place to be. If you're red team, you can't really walk in, especially with, you know, Gritty being so strong as he is right now. It's almost impossible to walk in. The item differences. We see a
ulti being used. Big damage coming in, and there goes Asylum. He's gone. Poppy ulting Rammus. Ooh, feels Lux getting caught out by the Rengar.
Yeah, the Karma Flash, just to secure the binding, goes through. Reggie picking up another kill there. Griffin able to clear his jungle out, make sure that Reggie's not able to get any extra farm there. That's very good, but I like that preemptive flash from Karma to make sure that the bind, even if Lux flashes, goes through and able to secure them another kill in the mid lane.
Oh, yeah.
We do see a bit of a gold lead building. We are at almost 3K at 10.5 minutes here. So that is a pretty large sum of gold.
The majority of it is in the top lane. You know, you look at that huge gap. 4.1K gold to 2.8K gold. I mean, it makes sense. Rumble's a bit of a bully. He's CS above him. He's a kill above him. User's had a rough time in this lane, but it makes sense because Poppy's not really known as a lane bully, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Gunkle's doing a little bit of battling there. Griffin hyper speeding his way out of there as we see Rengar in pursuit.
Burning his ghost to make sure that he can get to the safety.
Meanwhile, a bot side, big hook coming on an Ewa. He does not get ulted by Pike, but he does die to the damage. On the flip side, mid, Hecarim getting a very solid shutdown. It's gold he needs, but will he live from the following fight? A little bit of pokey mages. They're not going to finish each other off. And all across the board, we see topside as well getting pressure and getting more fighting happening. Everyone is fighting at this moment. Everyone has
It's a
chose this
bloodbath.
exact moment to kill each other.
It's a bloodbath. I do want to point out that I think Rumble is losing this extended trade, not what you would expect to see. And as I say that,
There it
who's
is,
gonna
the
win this?
shield.
And there it is.
There's the shield, the overheat into the auto, but here comes Hecarim. Horse cock. There's no cock like horse cock. Oh my God, sending his asshole into shock, and he gets the trade. That is a massive trade. Wow.
Kung Fu coming in massive for blue side. As we see
Huge.
Asylum landing a
Bot
hook
side
on
going off as
Jamarcus.
well. Big bomb popping off. He does get the shutdown. Now it's just Iwa. Iwa alone underneath the tower. Gritty gets in, getting some free autos. Iwa casting spells while getting auto attacked. Man, we have just the last minute has been such an intense fucking fight. My God.
This is a bloodbath. This is exactly what you want to see from a Premier League game.
Yeah,
This is fantastic.
This is fun.
Yeah,
good
we
time.
do see. We talked about it in draft. The snowball coming out from blue side bot lane. We talked about how if one side starts to win, it just gets worse and worse and worse for the enemy team. Tristana racking up 3 kills. She's almost 2,000 gold ahead of Caitlyn at this point. That's a big mark to hit. If she starts to get her mythic in line, Iowa is not going to finish his for quite some time, so that's going to be really rough for their bot lane. They're going to have a hard time contesting dragons when Tristana is this far ahead.
And from that double kill topside, we do see Rumble getting Stork Shoes and the fucking God, my brain. The burn
Demonic
item.
Embrace.
Yes, demonic embrace. Fucking the standard item I build on every single fucking champion, but I can't remember the name for some reason.
Yeah, that item, the frequency of that item being built right now is, I think it might be one of the most commonly built.
Oh
first
yeah,
items, especially for junglers.
It
but
definitely is the most common.
great item, I think, to Poppy. That's a good pickup that Captain Kung Fu had there into the Poppy, into the Hecarim, burning those tanks. Yeah, just a great purchase from him. And it looks like Karma maybe
Apparently he had
gonna be
embraced the
visiting.
previous recall. I whiffed on that, but he did not have Sorks. I know that for sure.
Okay, gotcha. And yeah, Karma is going to be able to visit Poppy here. Not a whole lot going to happen there.
Oh, Horse's bot side. Rengar is also there, but they've already lost their support. I feel like they could have kept going, but they chose to back off. A little bit of respect shown there. We do see Maxi still hovering topside. They both deciding to bother Fusar, saying, let's kill Poppy. Flash being used.
coming out. Yeah, it's a good flash. Yeah, nothing. That dive was hard to begin with. Definitely.
Very hard to pull off. Yeah, I would agree with you there. It's hard to look at Poppy and say, I'm going to dive that with that kind of kit, you know?
Definitely.
It's definitely not easy to pull off. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to confidently run in there.
Surprisingly, with the lead that blue side has here, the Drake is spawning in 10 seconds. I'm surprised we're not seeing them already sort of in position to take that. We see red side with full control of the enemy jungle as Asylum goes in. He looks like
charging
he's
from
gonna be taken
behind,
out.
getting that kill on Asylum, and we keep seeing it. We keep seeing Asylum being caught out in these moments. He's trying to make these plays happen. He's trying to get these things going, but I feel like it feels a little too forced. It feels a little too desperate. We do see both teams here. Poppy, Nightquad coming up. Kung Fu does get a massive overheat. A lot of damage coming off, but Rumble is dead. No ult used. Poppy getting a massive ult for 2 of the enemies. And it's just Maxi versus the world. Ult being used, Locke securing that. Reggie opting to jump the wall, having the flash back. An awkward bit of moments here, all exchanging between both red and blue, but overall, red getting the win. They got the dragon, they got a kill. I'd call that a dub.
That felt like one of the most illegal things I've ever seen in a League of Legends game with the elos that we're sitting in. Blue side not setting up early. Asylum, his head's in the right spot. He knows that his team should already be there, but you just can't go in alone as Pyke. You know that at this point. But yeah, blue side not setting up. Reggie was in top side farming wolves. When the dragon was spawning, it allowed red side to get full control of the river. Yeah, Asylum, bites the dust there. Yeah, that was just a very messy play overall for both sides. Rumble going in without ult up.
It's that play that comes up all the time in team play of like the right play and the play we have. And I feel like he was making the right play, but it wasn't the play they had. And speaking of the play they had, that was not the play that red team had. Hecarim missing the ultimate. We do see TP being used from Rumble. A little bit of cheeky exchanges happening between Feels and Rumble there. Kung Fu opting out. An awkward exchange here. I want to talk about it. He was very far off from his team here. And that hook would have been disastrous.
He's playing it well, but he's playing on a razor's edge. If he mispositions even once, that could, you know, the whole red,
ooh, big hook coming in. They are going to end up losing. Oh, that was Red Lux gets the red buff. And they blue team on the flip side does get the Herald. A bit of an awkward exchange. Very aggressive, very risky play, I'd say. Hook coming through, not quite finding its mark. Both teams doing a little bit of a reset, but back to pushing mid side. Ult being used from Lux to clear that. And it's back to set. We're back to reset. Everyone's looking to recall, get their gold, utilize it. And I have to say, this is messy.
Both of these teams, they want blood. They want to just kill.
And it seems like they don't care if it's their blood or their enemies. And here we go.
Reggie looking to get a little kill here onto Poppy. It might be a little bit difficult. She is fairly tanky at this point, but
opting to just walk away. Ooh, Bola being used, ulti being popped. Oh my god, he avoided the damage and jumps back. What?
Oh, Captain Kung Fu turns the bot lane 2v1. It's a kill on the Hecker.
He will probably die. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
you know, taking that increased damage. You saw that auto connect and you could feel it.
Yeah. Man. These are, it feels like these plays are strange. It doesn't feel
I mean,
like
look at mid side. We just all of a sudden they're all right. We're going in now. You know, it's just like it seems like they know where everyone is in the map constantly because everyone keeps fighting each other. So everyone knows exactly where they are. This is a messy, awkward bloodbath, and I love it. Honestly, I'm having this is a great time.
Blue side seems to be taking advantage of most of these fights as well. We can see that Tristana is up to 4 kills and 2 assists and a good bit of CS up. She's at almost 8k gold total. Iowa is not even quite at 6k at this point, so still maintaining that 2k gold lead I mentioned earlier.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, if you're gritty, you're feeling very good.
You are powerful right now. And on the flip side, you see red team, and their gold is pretty much all, like their only gold lead is Hecarim and Lux is so slight. Hecarim is by far the biggest gap you have in gold. That's their best chance they have is the horse. Yeah,
Lux opting for the crown instead of a more damage-oriented mythic like Luden's.
And then going into Zonia's immediately. I'm really worried about her damage.
It's a super defensive build, so even if she is about even or even slightly ahead in gold, it's not going to be quite the same as you would see from like a Luden's Echo Lux. Karma is opting for a nearly full support-oriented build. As we see
big ulti coming off Macrum. He is tanking tower. Tristana pushing him under tower in the flip, and there it is. Awkward initiation, snared in response from Karma, and that's all the punish they needed. Big ulti coming in from Poppy, or sorry, from Tristana.
Yeah, well played by Gritty there. Well played by Gritty, taking advantage of the strange positioning of that ult from Hecarim. Some of these Hecarim ults this game have missed the mark by quite a bit. And as we can see, the top lane matchup here, it is so Rumble favored. That demonic embrace is absolutely annihilating.
There it is. A little bit of burn. Does he get him?
Not quite enough.
Not quite.
But he did burn Poppy's flash, so he still won that trade.
It seemed as if Poppy was kind of obsessed with her minigame of her shield. She threw her auto attack shield at him, hit him, and then was running towards the shield and was slowed so much that she could not reach the shield in time. Almost like the champion itself baited her.
Yeah, and it's a little mind game you see in top lane. A lot of those matchups have those little, interactions in them that, if one player can take advantage more than the other, we see a lot with like Fiora and Aatrox, those matchups with the parry, especially Jax, Fiora, things like that. Those little things where if you can take advantage of your opponent misplaying even slightly, it can lead to a massive lead. As we see Poppy engaging onto Rumble.
Hecarim getting it stunned
by Asylum.
Yeah, getting rocked. There it is, Kung Fu. Double teaming. Does Poppy get the ult? She does. She's looking to follow up, but Karma's not going to be too far off. I feel like he has to show some respect. Blue side going on the Baron. And here it is, this chaos.
They see Hecarim down. They see Poppy bot side. They know Poppy has TP, but with Hecarim down, it's just a free Baron for Blue side. This is going to be a 1,500 gold plus swing. unless we see a random steal. Asylum does go down. He gets hooked. Jamarcus is starting to land a few more of those hooks. It looks like he was just doing a little bit of a warm-up.
Warm-up hook.
So he is starting to land, which is great if you're red side.
You know, and I want to mention this tempo. We've seen this chaotic tempo that's been going on all game, and I want to say that it's benefiting blue side more. Red side doesn't quite have the flexibility. I feel like they have a more rigid of a standard comp. I feel like on the flip side, blue, a lot of them are threats. They are all individual threats, and that's the difference in their comp. The rigidness of red team's comp requires a different type of tempo, and I feel like they're playing a little too fast. I think they need to slow it down, give up what they need to give up, and play to their standard play, which is picks, getting picks with Lux, looking for those massive ults with Hecarim, and finding those catches, the hooks, the snares, finding those. But they keep playing to the tempo of blue team. And when you're versing a Rumble, you're versing a Karma, you're versing a Tristana, a Pyke, like there's so much individual power, threats, and just explosiveness. You have to play slower. I think that is the big thing.
Couldn't agree more. I think a lot of that stems from the bot lane not going in red side's favor early on.
Yeah.
We saw that double kill coming out from Gritty and Asylum. That just threw off their whole game plan with Hecarim pathing bot.
Poppy going from beside, getting a big stun as the ulti comes out. Tristana does actually stagger the W. Ulti being used, Qzar being slain. Not quite finding that. I mean, they do have Baron.
It's really hard to engage on their team, as we said earlier. Poppy even getting a priority target locked up, but there's just not enough follow-up on the map right now. Lux getting pulled, breaking the crown.
Yeah, Asylum getting a little too aggressive there.
We've seen that a few times this game.
Yeah,
and as much as I appreciate the action-packed gameplay that he's putting forward, I think toning that back just a little bit, especially when you're at a 10k gold lead, you don't need to do that.
Exactly.
You can play the game however you want, basically, besides throwing free kills to the enemy, and you're going to be fine. You're going to win regardless. So I'd like to see him restrain that a little bit.
Headshot to Maxi. We do see Horse in the back line. Ulti being used. Massive ult from him, the snipe. But Rumble's still alive. There's the damage. Finally getting the catch they need. Maxi forced to flash out. He does escape with his life, but for now, the Horse is in hot pursuit, chasing him down. And Rengar's here. Can this be the turn? No. They save Maxi's life, and that may just be good enough. Asylum sneaking forward. Poppy getting a little too aggressive. As there it is, Iwa getting caught out solo by this solo support threat. Maxi being burned. I can't even keep up with what the fuck is going on. Because Asylum barely escaping with his life as we are resetting back to a little bit of a norm. I'm a fucking liar. Here comes Hecarim. Here comes Rengar. What is happening?
This game is there's so many back and forth plays that don't need to happen.
Exactly. It's Blue's tempo. This is a chaotic as fuck game. You get these games every once in a while in these circuits where players know each other. They get their comfort picks, and you see them like having these comfort level picks and playing normally how they do in solo queue. And I feel like we're seeing solo queue presences in team play atmospheres mixed in with this chaotic tempo that is in blue team's favor, because again, they have the comp that can match it. You have 5 individual threats versus what, 3 individual threats? You don't quite have the same as Rumble gets caught out here.
Yeah, Poppy, securing that. Oh, good Zhonya's to avoid the Lux ult, but
I don't think they have the damage. We talked about Lux's build. She just does not have the burst. Zhonya's and Crown, it's not enough.
Dragon spawning in 2 seconds. We see both teams posturing. It looks like we are going to see a reset from Captain Kung Fu. He does have teleport, and he still has his ult. So they're still going to be able to contest. Blue side starting the dragon, but red team, they just walk in for free. No punish.
Ooh,
Asylum
big.
does land a hook.
Not a great Rumble ult. Hecarim does run in. They do have a little bit of an awkward fight. It's going so awkwardly. Neither team is happy with the ultimates used so far, but Qzar steps too far forward, and now blue team in the driver's seat, taking as much damage as they can. They're destroying red team, dismantling them as it's just falling apart. There is no one that has died. Blue team, wow.
Captain Kung Fu went absolutely nuclear in that fight. Started off with a 4-man ult. Not a ton of damage, but the slow and the burn from Demonic Embrace can do a lot of work. He then decides, you know what? Your backline, no, you don't get to play. And just walks up and starts flame spitting everyone from their backline. That was a super well
melted
from blue team, but Captain Kung Fu just annihilated red side's team in that fight.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of great performance from Kung Fu this game, I will say. And it doesn't show. If you look at the KDA, this stuff, KDA doesn't mean anything. If you ask me who is the hardest carrying this game, I'm going to tell you flat out, it's Kung Fu. He's getting those hits. He's getting those ults. He's getting those plays. We saw that double outplay topside, and you know, it's just been a nonstop ride. Man's doing great.
Yeah, that was super well played from basically everyone on blue. But yeah, that was super great from the Rumble. He's putting in massive work right now.
I would say the ult was a little bit rough, but it wasn't a terrible ult.
Not terrible. It got them. It
got
Red
3 of
Team
them. They forced the shield.
Yeah, and we do see Hecarim engaging onto Asylum.
He does get the kill.
Wow, that's a 1-for-1. You wouldn't think in a million years that would turn into a 1-for-1.
Yeah, but they're just too far behind. Like, look at that. That's a 13k gold difference. You know, God, it's not enough. Regicide looking for that ult. He does walk forward. Ult being used, Rumble ult popping off. We do see snares happening, not quite connecting with their mark, as Jamarcus being chased down by both Regicide and Gritty. Gritty jumping, hopping. It's bunny hop time, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone's taking the business. Reggie a little deep behind enemy lines a little bit. The Gritty getting some solid damage in.
Yeah, but this is a blue side show. If anything, this is a massive, basically insurmountable lead at this point. We're looking for a throw from blue team.
Hey, we are looking for a big one at that. That's for sure.
It might have to be 2 back-to-back aces or something like that.
Something insane, something gross, something illegal.
We're closing in on a few power spikes for red side. You know, we see the IE components coming in for Caitlyn, but Poppy isn't super tanky right now. She built almost entirely magic damage for the first item. She built Force of Nature to survive the Rumble, but Tristana being as fed as she is, and Rengar, she melts like butter.
You don't know. And there it is. The pain of being a support. He has to check, he has to look, but he has to have his team with him. And that's the thing. They're not playing as a unit as good as they could, as good as they should. Good defensive use by Poppy, I will say. That was really good.
Well timed there. Well timed for sure.
Maxi saying, take my flash. Yeah, no world Reggie dies there. I don't know why. He didn't really need to do that.
Yeah.
Reggie,
he's
Maxi's at that dog in him.
He's taking that support role to heart. He's built almost entirely defensively this game. And 0, 1, and 14 is about as good as you can get. As you see blue side picking up the Baron for free here. That's another 1,500 gold over to blue. 61k to 46.5-ish.
Oh, yeah.
That's massive. We should Tristana 3.5 items. Rengar 3.5 items. Rumble at 4. Rumble at 4 items completed at this point.
Oh yeah,
massive.
Absolutely massive. God, I mean, we see Poppy. She's not even in. It's like she's 6.9k. Is that double? That is double. Rumble is currently double Poppy's gold right now. Poppy does not exist in this game. They are in a separate plane of existence, ladies and gentlemen. They have been removed from this plane. My God, huge gap.
A few spikes to come out. We did see Lux finishing Seraph's super defensive build. I think that might be the most defensively you can build outside of Banshee's bed. Caitlyn finishing IE is a good spike to have. Another Hecarim ult, kind of missing the mark here.
A bit forced, but I mean, they have no one's there on blue team. This is a perfect time to go aggro. This is the perfect time to get in there. He does find it. As the chase down on Maxi is totally possible. All of blue team, they have multiple members bot side, and there it is. Maxi slowly getting chipped down. Slowly but surely, we do see, at most, we see Tristana lurking in the woods, but you know, most of blue team is bot side. They're waiting for this dragon. They're waiting for this, but red team getting some gold. Some gold that otherwise wouldn't exist. So
they're getting some gold, but on the flip side, we see that, oh wow, the damage from Tristana is massive. We just see the Rumble come out. A little bit of a wasted ult there, but we see blue side setting up for this soul point. They're gonna get a Chemtech.
Here comes the Rumble. Little burn. Little wheel and squeal. Ult being used as it's Tristana and a Rumble versus the world. Regicide, never mind. Let's make that man. Let's make that 3-man.
And this should be game. I don't really see a universe where red side can come back from this. Caitlyn is the only one up for about 30 seconds here. Both Reggie has flash. Tristana can jump on Iowa. Yeah, this has got to be game right here.
It's looking rough, that's for sure.
They didn't even need to pick up the soul. They saw Rumble engage onto a few members of red team, and they just decided, yeah, we don't even need it. We'll just end the game.
And the tempo, again, it just plays again in blue team's favor. Ooh, yeah, you hate to see it. Don't look, guys. I mean, don't look. Cover your eyes.
The game was over. I mean, that dead. Another Hecarim ult coming in. They're probably just going to pad KDA and kill him here.
Yeah, I got to pad that KDA, baby.
Wow. That was a bloodbath. That was that was something.
I will say that was a massive bloodbath. And I feel like it was a little more in one team's favor. Definitely. There was a little more blood in one of those baths, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the stat lines from bot lane, we talked about them being sort of a focal point of this game. Gritty and Asylum, we did see a couple interesting plays from Asylum. Maybe he was caught out a few too many times, but it didn't even matter when Gritty putting out a 12-1-12 scoreline, pumping nearly the most damage in the game. Yeah, I mean, that was a great performance all around, but Captain Kung Fu kind of
stepping it
played
up.
out of his mind this game.
Yeah, he played out of his mind. He played great. I was in a position to win with Riz. What the fuck? Fucking Reggie, dude. What a riot.
Well played all around from blue. Well played. We saw a few things go wrong early for red team that I think just ended up snowballing a little bit out of control for them. They couldn't quite manage to get it back in line, but yeah, great game overall. That was an exciting game.
We got to see Reggie's fucking Rengar too. God, what a treat. That is so rare to see. You know, we haven't seen it for quite some time. We got to see Maxi's Karma, I think, for the first time. And you know, I think actually he played it once last week, but still, a lot of solid picks, a lot of standards, like solid picks from both sides. Exciting to see them clash, but overall, the dub coming to blue team. Is blue side too powerful? Do we have to nerf it even further? How do we balance this? What is going on? Is red side cursed?
I'm not sure that it's even a side select issue. I think that the game plan for red team going out of the window early and getting double killed threw a huge wrench into their game plan.
Oh yeah.
Hecarim pathing bot side and then them just being dead and him not being able to do anything, you know, what can you do if you're Hecarim? Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot
you can capitalize on. But yeah, that was a great game to start with. That was fantastic.
It's rough. I feel like the Poppy pick didn't quite play out in the favor of what they were looking for. I could definitely see why the Poppy would be a good pick. It came up big here and there, but it's like not big enough. I feel like it was more of a detriment because it's, you know, we talked about Poppy being somewhat of a dated champ, and I think it shows in especially that game. But you know, overall it was rough. It was hard. Rumble's such a bully. He's such a dominant force. Such a solid pick. It's hard to compare.
Definitely. I'm curious what we're going to see as far as bans go for next game if some of these players get picked up.
Oh yeah.
Jamarcus's Thresh early, not super impactful, but towards the end, he was doing a great job.
He was hitting some nasty hooks towards the end.
It seems like hook champs are really, really good for him.
Yeah, he's a hooker. What can I say? He's a guy. Man's a hooker.
No, he plays. Yeah, his Thresh, his Blitzcrank, all great picks for him. I'm curious if we'll see another ban coming out towards him in the next game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see who's on the next
Gritty. We did see him have quite the pace come the mid to late game. We definitely, you know, not too terribly surprising, I'd say. Gritty getting in the court. Can you grade me out for the night? Reggie. Fuck! There goes Reggie, ladies and gentlemen.
That's tough.
Rest in peace. Man, fucking all my homies hate Reggie.
True.
Man wins and leaves. Fucking guy. I would have voted Rumble, dude. Feels bad. Oh, all right. Where's Bloodsport? Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the desk. That is the wrong button. Ladies and gentlemen, Bloodsport, aka Gritty. Gritty, how you had a dominant performance, a great show. You and Kung Fu doing quite the show there, I'd say. And the whole team was doing great. I will say you had a little confusion in the champ and pick select. Do you have any questions about that?
No, that just hurts my brain talking about that. But yeah, we won't get into that.
Okay, all right, understand.
Yeah, but it was definitely a I just give it to my team. I didn't really do anything. Asylum was trying his best to lay out a handicap in bot lane, but he's my boy. He was definitely taking the. I was memeing him the whole time. I was like, it's gonna be a support gap, and then he made some pretty good plays. So have to give him some credit. He entered for both of us.
He entered, yeah.
I usually would jump in and follow my support to hell, but I decided against it, and I had a 24 KDA.
And someone had to die. Someone had to die a lot bot side, and he said, "You know what? I got you, King." And he did it himself.
Low key though, I mean, you guys were talking about it, but the Rumble pick was so Smurf. Like he just actually melted everybody.
Oh yeah, I would agree. We were talking about all game. Look in the shaft of Captain Kung Fu, but you did great. You put up numbers. Those numbers are there for a reason. You did awesome. We saw you jumping around towards the mid to late game, catching people out of bounds, killing Hecarim by yourself, and just jumping, bouncing, and blowing people up the fucking smithereens. I gotta say, I want to say this is your first Tristana pick for the season. I want to say, we haven't seen too much Tristana from you. I want to say, yeah, for Premier. I want to say,
yeah.
Any other 80 carry picks? Any weird curveballs being expected in your future carry role, Gritty?
I mean, Tristana's one of my originals, so
he's one of your OGs, I will say, yeah. But any interesting things we're practicing, or are we keeping it OG?
I might pull out a certain pick that isn't AD oriented one time. That'll be fun whenever the time comes for that. But other than that, just the normal pew pew, jump around and kill things. That's what I like to do.
Jump around. That you did.
Yeah, dude.
Gritty, any shout outs or any beautiful women at home or men in your life that you want to kiss on the lips, tell them that they're beautiful? This is your shout out to any homies you want.
No.
Talk about the Lord and your love for God.
And
your love for reading the Bible.
This guy
and your
really
hatred of premarital sex.
Yeah, no, I really hate that one for sure.
It's a sin. It's God is punishing us. Shame on you. If you have premarital sex, shame on you. It's a sin.
Yep.
In God's eyes, you are guilty.
True.
I don't know where that went. Gritty. I love you, buddy. Have a good one, buddy.
All right. Thanks, man.
Good games, man. Good games.
Yep.
Nice. Pop Gun.
Yes, sir.
You haven't had premarital sex, right?
Oh, of course not. Never.
I thought. You read the Bible every week, right?
Yeah, I'm a good Christian lad.
That's what I thought. So anyway, I'm attracted to men. I just want to get that out there.
Cool. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you for accepting me. Mainly men that are actors in The Last of Us. Are named Pedro Pascal. I think. Fuck, I love that show. Have you guys watching Last of Us? Is it just me? Fuck, that show's so good. I'm loving it so far. You watching The Last of Us, Popgun?
No.
Fuck, dude, you need to watch it. It's so good. Zombies. Do you like zombies?
Is that like are you like the Walking Dead type vibe? Or?
No, bro. It's so much, dude. It is. Woo, like it is. God damn. Like it is zombies solid. It's fungus based zombies, and it is beautiful. It's wonderful.
Have to give it a look.
Mushroom people. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, game 2 is going to be happening. Can I get 2 captains to step up? Anyone want to volunteer? Yeah, episode 3 fucking hurt me, dude. Yeah, starting games is good too. I got you, brother. I got you. Whew. But what about it is good? There's so much, like the world, the story, the zombies, the basis, like everything, the characters so far. I can see the foundation of great characters, and God, it's great acting as well. But yeah, episode 3 was a fucking heart ripper though. So I need 2 captains. I just added the comments on it. It's great, dude. I think The Last of Us is just one season, right? Well, the show, I want to say it's one season right now, yeah. And game 2 is season 2. Apparently, we'll see. You're a binge watcher, Shepard? That's fair. That's fair. I think binge watching man, it's so much better to just sit down and watch a show in its entirety and just fucking go all the way through it. I will agree with you there. Are you a binge watcher or are you an episodic watcher? Episode watcher? Popgun, give it to me. Popgun.
Yeah, I'm a binge watcher for sure.
We're actually going to dedicate this segment to Popgun. Popgun, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. Okay. Popgun. Pick a music genre. All the other genres die.
Pick a music genre. Oh, jeez.
You have to kill all the other music genres, and we only listen to this music genre for the rest of our existence. No other genre exists.
Let's see. I like those like early 2010s like rock. Think like
oh,
Blink
you're thinking like
182,
Breaking
Green
Benjamin
Day.
and Linkin Park type shit, like the
Yeah,
OG.
stuff like that. I like
Crawling in my skin.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're talking. Okay, understood. All right.
I used to grind RuneScape and listen to Blink 182 and stuff like that.
You used to watch tons of RuneScape music videos too, didn't you? Like,
oh, I
and
love
PK
those things,
videos. Fucking Christ.
Exactly.
From PK or not PK. It was from Kids Range and fucking Elf Mage and shit. Yeah, fucking.
Do you know about the Kids Range guy?
Yeah, dude, and he fucking went way off the wazoo and became some weird religious shit. What the
He
fuck?
started eating raw meat.
What
and going,
happened? Like, I don't know. Like,
I
it just all of a sudden he's making great PK videos, and all of a sudden he goes ghost for like 3 or 4 years, and then he's talking about eating raw meat and praying to Allah and shit, and I don't fucking know what's going on. Like,
yeah, he went off the deep end.
Right.
I saw a YouTube video about that not that long ago. Crazy.
What the fuck
Crazy.
happened, man? Like,
I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Fucking-
that guy is something else.
But he was a great pure player. Great swaps, great everything.
He was the pioneer back in the day.
Oh
man.
yeah, he was the guy. When you think about one trick, pure. I said one trick. I'm comparing it to League of Legends. You talk about pure one defense mains. He's the guy. He's the dude you think about. So
Pretty much, yeah.
that being said, me and Popgun just kissed each other in OSRS logic and knowledge. But you guys can join in today by just doing !draft and becoming a part of the team, either in the caster's desk or playing on the field of justice. Or whatever the fields are called. Field, what are they called? There's the Rift. Join us on the Rift. But boys, we need 2 captains right now. Come on. 2 captains. If you couldn't tell, me and Popgun were filling for time. I was waiting for 2 captains to step up. When is the next game? Whenever we get 2 fucking captains.
I know a matchup that I want to see.
Give it to me.
I want to see Yeremy versus Shepard. That's who I want to see.
Whoa! What, you mean as captains?
As captains.
Really?
That's what I want to see.
What the fuck?
That's a matchup that I've been
that
waiting
is
for.
that is quite the interesting captain dynamic, I'd say.
Or maybe Dusik in there as well. I don't know. There's a couple people that I want to see. I want to see more Gritty and Jamarcus for sure.
Yeah, I
love
want to
seeing
see that.
them.
I think Gritty and Jamarcus as captains would be funny to see them draft against each other. I think that would be fun to see. I think at the end of the day, they both want to be in each other's teams, though. So it's like
that's a
they're
problem.
like baka, but you know, at the end of the day, they got to understand they're never going to be together. You know, unless someone double drafts them and they get through the first pick, I think you gotta grab it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, those 2 I want to see. I want to see Yeremy captain. I like watching his games. They're entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
I also want to see Dusik. I haven't seen Dusik in a minute.
It's been a minute since we've seen Dusik. I'd be excited to see it as well. Boys, any captains, please. Someone step up, or we're just gonna sit here all night and hear listen to me and Popgun talk about OSRS. What's the highest level combat player? I don't play anymore, really. We have an Iron Man group that I am not really like. I'm a part of, but I'm an imposter. Baz is doing so much work, dude. He's currently killing Jad. He's died like 12 times to it, but the man's chugging. It's first time playing OSRS, and it's fun to watch. But I will be captain. Zerpy, I will get you into this fucking thing right now if you will be captain. If you're for real, what is your rank? Give it to me. Give me your OPGG. We'll plug you in right fucking now. I will get you in here. If you're willing to step up and be a captain and not be a little baby back bitch like all these other players. I know I just insulted you guys, but please volunteer. I really do. Like, yeah. OSRS group Iron Man sounds fun. It is, yeah, but It's me, VZ, and Fez, and my God, I am not doing shit. VZ is doing a little bit, and Fez is just chugging away. Fez is the little choo-choo train that could. Mans is working. My God, he is putting in hours. We're imposters compared to him.
Yeah, the Iron Man stuff is that's a bit over my head.
It's fun. No, it's fun. You separate yourself from the economy. It's completely self-reliant within your group. So it's you and all like your group of homies that are like, you need that one specific item. Well, hey, I got that item for you, buddy. And you pass it between you guys. It's interesting.
Yeah, I love that item.
We have 2 captains.
Yeah, me and Maxky.
Hey, thank you guys for stepping up. I appreciate it. I'm gonna give you guys 30 DKP.
I don't know what that means.
You shouldn't. Oh shit! Who do I give it to? Max, you won. Give it to Asylum.
I also won.
Yeah, but
we both won.
Yeah, but your KDA was dog shit. Heads or tails?
Heads.
I don't know what you said. Give me the
I said tails.
I said tails.
I said tails.
Am I being gaslit? What's happening? Okay, Max, Heath, heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads.
Okay, it's a silent pick.
I said tails.
I want red side. I want red side.
Oh, you want red side? All right.
I want red side.
Fucking Christ. This actual. I'm being like, God, man. Is this what every abusive relationship feels like?
All right, Maxky, who do you want?
I take Gritty.
All right, I'll take Jamarcus and Griffin.
Wow, that is such a unique draft that we have never seen before. That is crazy.
I know.
That's a pretty unique draft. I will say from here on out.
I'll take Captain Kung Fu.
Ooh.
And
wait, does he get 2?
Yeah, he gets 2.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, then I get.
No, I get. I mean,
Yeah, he gets. He's not done
2,
yet,
3,
bitch.
4, 4.
I didn't go yet.
Yeah, you didn't
I'm just
go yet.
fucking counting. Holy.
I get Yeremy.
Count on your own time, you little bitch.
Bro, I don't know how to count.
Yeremy.
Ooh, Jeremiah has been drafted, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Norris, welcome to your sinking ship, ladies and gentlemen. It's on blue side. Maybe this ship floats this time. We'll see. It's Captain Norris. It's not Captain Norris. Asylum, give me your picks. You get 2.
Yeah, I know.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you don't know shit. By the way, I want to take this moment to say that if you have any League of Legends friends or people you meet in solo queue, please send them our way. We need them in here. We need more people. We need more players. We need more pool. We need more access. If you have any fears, have any concerns, it's too clicky, it's too whatever, let me know, hit me up, and we can talk about it. I promise you, these people play with each other for so long. That's why. That's the only reason.
I have a concern.
You don't have a concern.
I'm trying to draft, and the streamer's talking over me.
Silence.
That's my concern.
You better draft or I'm gonna fucking.
I'll take Dusik, and then I'll think about my second pick.
Dusik Kim has been drafted.
Yeah, run another hypo ad while I think about my next pick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to fill this time with absolutely nothing.
I'll take Iwa.
All right, Iwa, there it is. Iwa got good. Iwa. Maxi, your final pick.
Huh?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we play 4v5.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. My pick.
Dusik's lifting right now. He's getting in the zone.
My pick.
Wait, you can lift while you're drunk?
No, he's not drunk right now. He's just lifting.
Oh, get him some fucking Tito's.
Get some. Yeah, he works out a lot, actually.
Bro, you had 1.5 hypo ads and my 3-minute stall to think.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how to talk. Fucking pick a champion.
What the hell, boy?
You picked Iwa. I didn't see that. Okay.
You want availability? We have Shepherd of Elo available. We have Qzar available. We have Feel Sad Man available.
And that's it.
I pick. I'll pick Shepherd.
Shepherd of Elo. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our picks. That's our draft. That's our teams. You know, I miss B already, dude. You remember when B was here? That was a great time. Huh?
Hypo, you know what I think?
That was a good time. Yeah, what's up?
Hypo, you know what I think?
What do you think? That bitch. That little bitch. Popgun, can you insult Silent real quick for me? Say something rude. Say something mean.
You suck.
Oh man, you're on fire tonight, dude. Oh man, man's on fire tonight, baby. God damn. Like they have families, man. You can't just say that shit, dude. Oh Jesus.
I have a feeling next time I play in these in-houses, I'm gonna get annihilated. I'm just gonna get targeted so hard.
Did I send you an invite? I did, right? Did I not invite you? I may have not invited you. I'm racist against guns. Let him cook, yo, Dougie. Good to see you, Dougie. What are you just talking about? Yes, this is exactly, yo, bro. But look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at the fucking unregistered hypercam too. Holy shit.
Oh, that's just pure nostalgia.
Dude,
right
that
there.
is nostalgia as fuck. I walk a lonely road.
At one point, I tried to make one of these, but my computer was so bad I couldn't record it and play at the same time.
Oh man, I made a few PK videos back in the day. I don't remember them honestly at all. They're based around my alts and my names, but it was mainly obby maul pures and range maul. Classic.
I
dude.
couldn't do
Classic.
the obby maulers. It just took so long to train strength.
Oh yeah, it was, dude. It was exhausting. It was exhausting. I used to bot back in the day though. I'm a cheater.
I used to just sit and rock crabs for like.
Oh yeah, that's what it
hours.
was. It was hours of rock crabs. But you just
'Cause
watch
there weren't-
shows or watch something while you do it. But it's like at the end of the day, I got tired of it. I bought it from like 75 to 83 strength. I remember one point. Then I went to like 90 on my own, and I eventually, like 6 months later, got banned for that botting spree. So
Oh, of course, yeah.
yeah, I got like 85 wood cutting on my alt or some shit. And that was what got me.
Were you into the dicing back in the day, the gambling?
I was, dude.
RuneScape
I was a
gambling?
massive scam artist back in the.
Oh.
Oh yeah, dude. I was the guy that like let me trim your armor type shit. But I was like, yeah, we're gonna play a game, you know, we play this game and I just rip your shit, or I have a guy on the inside of the game, you know. And it was like just social manipulation. I was that guy.
Never mind.
What the fuck do you want, Kung Fu?
No, I was in the way. That was my bad.
Understood. Yeah, the guys that would bait you and lure you to PK, I do it all the time. I had such a high success rate too. It was so easy back in the.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's how I learned how to not get scammed in real life.
Everyone got fucked IRL by this shit, and you learn not to get scammed from it. It's actually a great lesson. It really is.
It is. It is. You lose some armor or something in RuneScape back in the day, and now you're permanently skeptical.
You know how
of everything.
I got started scamming? I got scammed. That's how I got started.
Exactly.
And I was like, man, this is genius. These guys get ripped like 150K from me without even trying. They did barely fucking anything. And I'm like, let me try that. And I was a 14-year-old kid, and I was like, let me scam these guys. I was all over these like black market, like fucking like league or OSRS trading accounts and like making fake trades and getting people's info and stuff. I was full scam, full scum of the earth. But yeah.
Yeah, those were the days.
Those were the days. I went through a paladin phase of like, I don't need to do this anymore. And I was like, this is scum. This is beneath me. This is not right. Whew. Sam J, welcome aboard, dude. 1999, brother. A solid year. The year before the end of the world. One of many end of the worlds. Welcome aboard. I only play ARAM anymore, dude. Hey, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Ricky, move, pop gun. Sorry, what?
No, I was in the way of the.
Oh, you're in the way. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? We have ours ready. You already do today's rankled. Oh, bro, this is Premier Draft. We do premium like in-house games where there are captains drafted. The average MMR is about D2 or sorry, D3, D4, I would say. Mix of players, and there's captains. They draft teammates. These are all people from the community. We do these on Saturdays. Ranked? What is ranked? What the fuck is that? Ranked, not ranked? Am I getting Ligmud right now?
No, you just typoed.
It's the Wordle, but guess the Elof, but for League. Oh shit, dude! I'm down for that. Link it to me. Me and Popgun can go through this together.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, there you go. Come on, Pop.
I'm not gonna be good at
Be
this.
shy, Pop. Don't be shy. We used to see Hecarim and Diana ban. I do want to say, because we can't spectate the team 2, we don't know what it is on there. I will say it is Jamarcus, Asylum, Griffin, Dusik Kim, and Iwa on team 2. Zed being banned. Respect being shown for Deucix Zed. Yorick, we had to get one of his one tricks out of the way. Yorick is probably the best one.
Yeah, the Hecarim ban coming out, I think that is a favorite of Griffin's. So makes sense to see that coming out. We're gonna see Blue Side's first pick here. I'm expecting maybe a Caitlyn or something like that for Gritty. I think most of the games that I've seen, he likes to get an early prio ADC picked in. We'll have to
He
see
usually
what they
does, I
pick
will
up
say.
here.
Oh, Gragas. I think we know where that's going.
Yeah, Gragas is a pretty powerful pick at the moment. It can do well top lane. It can do well support. I've even seen it a little bit mid lane. I like that pickup. It's a fairly decent flex.
It
and a
is
strong
super
pick
flexible,
overall.
but my God, I think we know where it's going. There's one guy on that team that is a goddamn Gragas player to the max. It is probably going to support. Vel'Koz, the pick was left open from Iowa. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big pickup. That's a power pick from Iowa right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't see a ban. Maybe we leave the Hecarim up and ban the Vel'Koz, but I mean, you're gonna have to ban one out regardless. So I guess they just decided this game they didn't want to see the Hecarim.
Graves being hovered right now. There it is. Yeah. Graves being locked in. I think we saw one game of Graves from Griffin last week. I don't know if it was phenomenal. I can't remember. I just remember those Hecarim ults. It's stuck in my memory forever.
Yeah. Yeah, not a super interesting pick, but I mean, it can definitely have some power to it.
Kiss me. Oh. You're supposed to say like what? Like you just laughed.
That just caught me so off guard.
Caster's desk is currently dying, boys.
Oh no. Falling apart. We're on game 2. It's falling apart. All right.
I'm not even really tipsy anymore, honestly. I'm like,
Amumu and Lucian being locked in. The Lucian's an interesting pick without Nami, obviously. The red side can ban it out. I'm curious if that's going to go support for.
I just realized that's Maxi jungle. I just realized that.
Yeah, is this in order? Is Captain Kung Fu support?
Captain Kung Fu is support. Yeah, they should be in order. Okay.
I mean, maybe Captain Kung Fu doesn't play Nami. But...
We don't know where this Bel'Veth is going. Okay, that's that. I want to say this is Jamarcus's pick because Sat and Bel'Veth were both very much so picks for Jamarcus.
Okay. I think that makes sense. If we're running an Amumu Lucian, I think Set can definitely just face tank the Amumu engage and be totally fine. Maybe even turn it onto the Lucian with his I forget the big punch
Vel'Koz
thing.
Stat lane. What a weird lane.
Yeah, definitely strange. There is a little bit of synergy because the Set obviously can pull them in, and then Iowa has a basically free knockup. But it definitely
I worry if Vel'Koz gets caught. If Vel'Koz gets caught, he's done. Like that's it.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why the Set pick came in, because Set can just stand in front of you. His hitbox is a little bit bigger. Maybe there's some sort of secret dark tech going on here. I'm not sure. These are some interesting bot lanes coming out from both teams.
I just remembered I told you to kiss me.
Oh, man.
Oh, just an out of nowhere kiss me, pop guns. We do see the round 2 of bans. Vlad being banned. Aoi being banned.
Yeah, a couple top laners, Mordekaiser and Alawi being taken out from both sides.
Fuck? Why would blue team ban Alawi?
Yeah, I think Gragas does okay into most like bruisers, but we do see the Ornn coming out, so it is going to be a Set support, unless we see some random Set mid thing. But yeah, Ornn into Gragas, super boring lane. No one's killing anybody. That's just 2 meat walls hitting each other top side.
I feel like they thought Set was top lane for some reason.
They could have.
I don't know why they would. I feel like in the world you see Marcus, you know he's going. Shen. Interesting. Okay, Shen versus Ornn.
Wait, I'm so confused. These are some crazy picks coming out here.
Yeah, welcome to Premier Draft, where we prioritize our comfort picks more than any other meta pick, and it shows.
Yeah, it definitely shows. I'm a little worried about the damage. If they lock in something low damage for mid lane here, blue side doesn't have a ton unless we see like a full AP Gragas or something like that. Lucian doesn't pump those big okay, and we do see the Cassiopeia coming out. So they did
I think
see
that's
that
a perfect
as well.
pick. I mean, you're stopping Ornolds, you're stopping set initiation, you're stopping Graves dashes. That is a huge pick. Massive pick.
Definitely a solid pick there. Obviously Cassiopeia can dish out a good bit of damage per second as well. So have to see how Red responds here. They have 5 seconds left to pick up their final piece. Vigar. Okay, I don't even I don't know what this is.
Having a hard time here, buddy.
Vigar into Cassiopeia. I guess you're thinking that the Cassiopeia is not going to be able to put a ton of pressure onto the Vigar. She doesn't have a great way to get through the Vigar cage, so he's hoping to be able to farm safely. Yeah, but not a ton going on top lane. 2 tanks. A Mumu into Graves. I think early game Graves can have a bit of a better clear, but a Mumu's ganks are definitely going to be a bit more impactful early with the double bangers toss. Mid lane, probably just a farm fest. I think the question marks here for me are the bot lane. Lucian Gragas into Vel'Koz set.
It's a weird bot side for both of them. But I wanna put it in the hands of blue side. I want to say Lucian Gragas has more ability, but it's like at the same time, Red is great at responding. I feel like they can play in the back foot and be just fine. Vel'Koz and set and do just fine.
Yeah, they're playing for the counter engage on red side, but I think you are right. I would give a little bit of priority to the Lucian Gragas over the Vel'Koz set. Definitely some interesting picks coming out here. I think overall, I think I'm going to give it to blue. I think the Shen being able to help out the Cassiopeia and the Lucian in those later team fights, definitely big. I think that red side may have opted into a bit too much magic damage unless we see like a crit Graves or something like that. The AD threat from red side is not going to be too massive. You have a support set. He's not going to be building AD. So Amumu's going to be able to opt into a lot of magic resistance, and he's going to be just unkillable almost. And Shen as well. So I think I'm going to give the draft advantage to blue side here, mostly just due to damage split coming from red team.
Yeah, I would agree with you as well. I will say, I don't know, man. It's hard. I feel like both teams have a solid pick. I feel like I really want to keep eyes on Yeremy. I feel like Yeremy can shut down so much of red team. I feel like Yeremy's pick is actually the most solid pick out of everyone on the team. I don't want to see how well it performs. We've talked about the captain problem when it comes to Yeremy, how Yeremy comes up big in laning phase, is unkillable, and gets so far ahead on gold, but then doesn't do anything. So it's a constant problem when it comes. So I want to see him. I want to see if there's been any changes over the preseason. I want to see if we've seen growth.
Yeah. And this is a game where he's probably going to be able to essentially free farm into the Vigar. Like they both just want to stack up and farm. They don't really want to be fighting. So he's going to have the ability to build those leads. It is just a question of how he executes with the money that he gains in the laning phase here.
Good point from Chronic. The Orin items once we get to the mid to late game, seeing those Orin items on the Vagar, Graves, Vel'Koz, it's gonna start to hurt. It's gonna start to scale really hard. But Lucian, Cassiopeia, they have a fair bit of balance in scaling as well. I feel like both teams like both comps. I'd be happy with either comp.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like definitive massive advantage for either side. They're playable comps for sure. I think it's just all down to execution. As far as jungle pathing goes, I think it's just, I mean, tanks top side don't typically need all that help, and this is pretty much your classic tank matchup, Shen into Ornn. Shouldn't be any kill pressure. I think we're gonna want to see maybe an early gank into mid from a Mumu. If we can burn an early sum from Vigar, it maybe can lead to Cassiopeia being able to capitalize on it. But bot side, again, it's a kind of a question mark for me. I'm not seeing a ton of. Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah.
Pretty standard top side fight. I want to say this is.
I'm gonna say silver.
Silver?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it silver.
Really?
I don't think either player.
I think this is flat diamond. I think this is.
Wow.
I actually think it's somewhere in the range.
All right, hit it. Let's see.
Let's say plat. Everyone guessed. Credit to correct rank is really silver.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm apparently dog shit. Okay. We'll hit the next clip next time, but we're into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Again.
All right, so it looks like red team is grouping. They're probably they're pinging on the way to the top side river. They're looking to be, they're just matching invades on the opposite sides though. So we're probably going to see some early warding. Obviously, they're not going to find anybody, sitting in the jungle. Probably just going to get matching wards on blue buffs. And then I'd imagine they're just going to reset, and it's just not a whole lot to do in this early game with both sides invading. So yeah, we do see a ward coming out from red, some resets being popped. Now, does blue side stay late? I guess would be the question here. We did see the resets already come in for the red bot side. They probably know that blue side invaded their bot jungle, so we may see a little bit of a scuffle come out here, depending on if Graves ends up face checking.
They may think that they're inside their jungle. They're probably, they're looking to check their red buff in response. They think that maybe the enemy teams invaded them, but both teams have completely missed each other.
Yeah, I mean, they just mirrored invades essentially.
A little bit of an awkward
two wards on top side for red team. Maybe a little bit of a waste there, but they are going to catch Shen on that ward, so they'll know he's already on his way top side. So the start is clear for red team. They know Amumu is most likely going to start bot side because I saw Shen walking through those wards, but nothing too crazy happening early game here.
Here we do see bot side opting, a little bit of body slam happening, a little bit of cheeky play coming from Gragas. And I will say between the group of them, he does have the best sustain.
Yeah, I think they can definitely take some of those early engages. We can see that Iowa definitely opted for the TP, and they do have more combat summoner spells, so they may be trying to force something out early, but, Gragas, Lucian, level 1, I think is the time that they engage. Not a ton gonna happen to the set there. He's a pretty tanky guy at the start of the game.
He's a big...
Yeah. Little bit of an interesting rune choice, though, coming out for the red or the blue bot side. Both opting to first strike. I think that's pretty much expected at this point for Lucian. There's a couple different paths you can go in terms of runes. But for Gragas, I'm not 100% sure about that. I think he would maybe want Aftershock. We do see it again coming out from Maxi onto the Vigar.
Oh, he does find it already.
Yeah, Yeremy picking up first blood here onto Dusik, not wanting to burn his flash early.
Ooh.
Maybe greeting that out. And a double kill go to Yeremy. You called that perfectly. He is accelerating now incredibly fast into this game.
Yeah.
2 kills in 3 minutes.
This is not what you want. As red team, this is the opposite of what you want. You do not want Cass. Cass is the person you do not want any gold on. This is not going great for them.
Yeah, no flashes, no summoner spells burned except for a TP after the play's already over. Both people on red side opting to just take the death.
Taking the L.
Definitely interesting.
We've seen some explosive performances from specifically Yeremy's Cassiopeia. He rarely picks it, but when he does, it goes hard. So I'm wondering if we're going to see another banger game from him on Cass.
We see him picking up 2 Amp Tomes and the Sapphire Crystal early. As we see Griffin invading into a Mumu, it's going to do a little bit of a trade. The cage doesn't quite land, and the bandage toss misses. Cassiopeia here getting a little bit of chip damage onto Griffin. Mumu flashes, lands the bandage toss, and that's just another kill. And the Mumu or the Vigar has to flash as well. This is a great start.
Nice.
Yeah, there's.
We're looking. It's not a 3-minute lost chapter, but it's a 4-minute lost chapter. Maybe 5 minutes the latest. I mean, he has it. I'm pretty sure he has it. Yeah, he has it right now.
Yeah. They saved those summoner spells mid early, gave the Cassiopeia a double, and then just ended up burning one of them to die anyway.
Top laner's getting a little cheeky. I will say one's energy and one's mana, and I think it's starting to show a little bit here.
Yeah, definitely. The prolonged trading definitely can lead to the energy champion having an advantage here. It's like Shepard just letting this crash a little bit. I believe those range creeps are outside of tower range, so the wave will sort of freeze on his side.
I'm saying, fuck you, I'm going to shop real quick.
That's the power of Ornn. Even if you're losing a little bit in lane, you can just build yourself an item and be okay. We do see
here Todd coming up, but he does kind of, I forget the word, but he does fucking trigger it a little bit. Oh my god, what the fuck was that predict? He dies for it.
But dead.
Yeah, what?
They're both dead. Oh my.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
The flash predict, fantastic. I like that a lot. It shows that he's actively thinking about how he should be playing these ganks. But
amazing. But it wasn't good.
No, it ended up horribly. You can see there's a 26 CS lead in topside already, and a double kill was just picked up for Ornn. So
Ornn diff?
We saw those early game kills go to Yeremy. We just saw it return to Asylum in the top lane as Ornn. So that lane's a lot harder for Shen now that Ornn is able to pick up
it's that weird experience of, wow, seriously, great predict, but my god, that was bad.
Yeah. I think he threw it and then immediately, because he backstepped a little bit, I think he knew that he was in too deep at that point.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I guess well played from Asylum, able to pick up a double kill there. That's a tough loss, though, for blue side. But Cassiopeia is still having that double kill from earlier. They're not feeling all that bad about it. They're still up gold, almost 1K at this point.
I will say, we keep seeing Veigar and Graves play together. They're playing together very well. So it is good to see. I feel like it's one of those things where we might see rough experiences together, but they're very responsive together, is something I've noticed. So it may be rough now, but in the future, I'm curious to see if Usyk and Griffin could really perform together. They seem to trust each other.
I mean, that's what you like to see out of your mid-jungle combo.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. And we see a 4-man coming in bot. The flash onto the Lucian into the pull, missing the Veigar cage, and the Shen ult comes out here, trading back onto Jamarcus. We're going to see the taunt land onto Jamarcus. Uses his shield. He's going a little bit low, missing the body slam or just trying to back out. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing comes out of that, but
the little back and forth, little slappage, but no one really gets anything. The only one that gets anything, I'd say, is Yeremy midside getting a plate.
Yeah, getting that plate, you know, he's just extending that CS lead that he's able to get in lane now. So, you know, you called it in draft. He's able to pick up like pretty large advantages in lane early.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just all about execution now. I mean, he's basically in the driver's seat for this game. He has the ability to counter a lot of what the enemy team can bring to the table, and he's already strong. So it's good to see from him. I'm excited to see what he can bring to this game going forward. As blue side picks up the first Drake of the game at 8 minutes, that's a pretty good pace, but, you know, it could have been maybe a little faster with the mid-prio that you can get out, but yeah, it's nice to get it early at least.
And you see Jamarcus doing a little bit of sit-ups there. God, fuck. We see on the flip side, red team currently picking up the Herald right now. Nice little swift pickup is bot side. A lot of bot side pressure for blue team. They do punish it with that pressure on the opposite side. Second round of buffs coming through as we do a little bit of a reset. Graves pathing towards top side here. Horn being used, ulti being popped, flash being used from Griffin. Auto ulti not quite finding the mark.
Yeah, that was I like the effort, definitely. The flash play might have been a bit of an overextension, but
a bit of a you know, an attempt. We would say.
At the end of the day, it is a flash for flash. I do think that Graves might be able to do a little bit of something with that. Maybe revisit the Shen in a few minutes before his flash does come up. But yeah, not a ton going on right now.
Doing a commentate a little bit. Marcus keeps hitting the sit-ups repeatedly. he'll just hit it when he feels like it. You'll have to see it. A little bit of tauntage. What is your favorite League of Legends character's taunt?
Characters taunt?
Or any emote or anything you spam? Is there something you go to? Your go-to spammable? Or?
Oh, I like Twitch's little dance he does.
The little like hands up, rock and roll kind of spin.
Exactly.
Yeah, the banger.
Yep. That's one of my favorites.
Say I am impartial to Galio's flap, where he looks like he's both pulling up his pants and flapping. I always asked everyone, is he flapping or is he pulling up his pants? Does Galio wear pants? Questions I want to know. Questions we may never know. Arcane Season 2, we'll have to. That being said, we do see Leandri's finished on Cassie.
I'm not sure exactly with the minute mark that he picked that up, but that's early. That's an early Leandri's.
Early. Yeah. Judging by the gold, I mean, it's 500 gold in her pocket. She had that a minute ago.
Yeah.
Know? That is at least an 8 to 9 minute Leandri. And topside, we see Orin. He is one auto attack away from finishing that tower.
Yeah, and he's also quite a bit of CS up at this point, about 40 CS. That double kill really cemented his early laning phase into the Shen. Shen just, as soon as he got those Merc treads, his trading power just went, downward spiral. There's not a whole lot he can do. Shen is majority magic damage, and we do see that tower.
We do see a little bit of a cheeky lurk here.
There is a ward in that.
They did not see him walk in. I made sure to look. They have no idea he's there at the moment beyond just their own integrity, their own thoughts. Big ulti coming in. Oh my god. Wow.
Captain Kung Fu. After last game in that engage, his stocks are up.
Captain Kong's stocks. He's so flexible. He can go at any role. He can play any champion. Man's on fire. He's a solid pick.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's definitely made a mark in these last 2 games. That engage was very clean. Well done by him onto the Vel'Koz, knowing that Vel'Koz super squishy champ. As soon as he hits that, Amumu's just the engage is essentially free for him. So well done. They don't get a ton off it. They do get a good reset and they do get the TP, but yeah, not a ton lost. Dragon doesn't spawn for
almost double the CS. Currently dominating. You see Griffin hovering topside. They may be looking for sort of cheeky play right now. I will say not using that mid side is a bit of a waste. Oh wow, here it is. Oh my god, and he lives.
There's no way he should be able to get out of this.
There's no way, right? Oh, there's the Yeremy. Here comes Leandri's.
Oh, and Griffin's tanking the tower as well. He's dead as well.
Too desperate, too hard.
Painful. They knew they wanted to revisit the Shen after burning his flash earlier, but
I feel like Griffin didn't dedicate enough to the play as when Ornn was tanking it.
Yeah, Ornn could have tanked at least 1 more, maybe 2.
Yeah.
He could have gotten a kill for.
I feel like a little bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah.
I think if either of them did their specific role, damage check being made, but Lucian comes up bigger.
Yeah, Lucian with the Gale Force definitely going to have a little bit more burst potential than Vel'Koz with Leandri's at this point. You hate to see it though, because Lucian being able to do whatever he wants in a game, especially with the backup he's going to have from Amumu and Cassiopeia to peel for him, that's going to be really hard to deal with.
What's the answer? And I don't know if we'll have it. I feel like we need Graves to be in a lot stronger position. He's in a rough spot right now.
Yeah, Griffin being 0-3. He did opt for the Umbral Glaive first, which I do think is a good buy generally. Being able to deny vision is something that you want to be able to do as the jungler, and as Graves specifically. But I would have maybe liked to see a little bit more damage come out. Maybe a more crit-centric build from him. I'm not sure what the correct play is 100% there. I'm not a huge Graves player myself, but...
The Poke's coming out. Shinnle being used. A bit preemptive, I'd say. But we do see Lucian sweeping around behind. We'll have to see how this flank works out. Big Amumu coming up as we do see Lucian on the backside. We do see Asylum in on the enemy as well, but Asylum being melted to death. That mid lane's very strong. Jamarcus getting melted as well, and Gritty, the flank, solo on the side, coming up big.
Flash comes out with the taunt from Shen. Basically cements that team fight for blue side. Yeah, Cassiopeia is pumping so much damage. You saw the orange just melting away
Disappeared.
as Cassiopeia got onto him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 5-0 Cassiopeia. Gonna be able to finish his Seraph's Embrace, I think, on his next back. So that's gonna be a 2-item Cassiopeia in about 15 minutes. That's scary. That's very scary.
Terrifying. And it doesn't even have a The ring, whatchamacallit, the stacks.
Dark Seal.
You should have those stacks, I'd say, at this point. You need to get those things. That is an easy buy right now.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out that could potentially be interesting is Vygar's build this game. So we see that he did opt for a tier. I'm curious what his next item after Seraph's Embrace is going to be. I have been seeing a bit of the Vygars that tend to opt for a more tanky build. I'm not sure if that's the play this game. I want to see him go majority damage, or else I'm afraid that the Cassiopeia is just going to be able to do whatever she wants in these team fights with no
yeah,
threat.
You got to get that damage. Look at that. 2 item.
Yeah, 2-item Cassiopeia. He didn't even finish his stacks before he finished the item. I think he bought that at the start of the game, the tier. So he is feeling very, very good. We did see the Predator come from Vygar as his keystone choice. Have we seen him use that yet? Not that I'm aware
Not really, no. We haven't seen many roams bot side from Vygar, I'd say. So far, the rune's not really done anything.
Yeah, I think maybe opting for Electrocute or even Age Rush might have been a better choice here, as we see Captain Kung Fu engaging onto Asylum, missing the body slam, and taking a little bit of damage back, and then disengaging. Captain Kung Fu, he aggressive play from him tonight, but I like it.
A single E on one of those casters and it's dead from Cassio. Yeah, this is, man, if you are blue team, you are very happy to have that giant snake woman.
Definitely. The itemization from top lane is also a little bit interesting. We see both top laners opting for Radiant Virtue. I have been seeing that more, and as I said, it might be engaging onto Asylum here, but I don't think Amu and Shen have the damage to even come close to killing that guy at this point.
that guy's running for the hills, but he's happy and safe. I will say this is the optimal time to kill. I want to see like a Veigar roam bot side, maybe Graves hold mid, and they just kill Cassiopeia, get that gold on someone who needs it. But I mean, there's so much pressure happening mid, it's hard to really make that call. Ooh, big stun coming up. Usyk does hit that stun, does not quite the follow-up damage. Almost getting that. That was really solid. It was a good attempt, I'd say.
Yeah, Gritty playing a little bit on the edge. Had that fight gone a little bit differently, he might have bit the dust there. But again, you know, well played from Gritty. We had a little pause here.
First thing that was said in chat is, I don't know.
Well,
sorry, the first comment was, what happened bad? Question mark, I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks like Asylum has paused the game. Maybe something popped up for Asylum, I'm not entirely sure. One of that 2v2 top side and was happy, not happy about it. Oh, bathroom.
Bathroom, yeah.
Bathroom.
So the question I want to pose to you is, if you are red side in this position, you can see basically from jungle down, you're behind in gold. Can you see a win condition for red side?
Yes.
Going into these this next dragon fight comes up in 2 minutes. They
have to increase the tempo. They have to increase the audacity, the randomness, the aggression. They have to get these weird, crazy bot side. We keep seeing Cassiopeia alone bot side. These are the things that we need to get something. We need to surrender our mid side tower. We need to get Veigar bot side, and we need to kill the Cassiopeia. We need to get that gold on one of our carries. And you need to do that again for Lucian. Right now, Lucian's going to be accompanied by Gragas all the time, so Cass is your best bet. You know, and even then, it's terrifying. You know, because right now Max is lurking, but I feel like that's their best chance. And we just saw the potential. Level 9 Ewa on Vel'Koz, half to quarter HP Cassiopeia with a combo. That's it.
I am completely frozen.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. With the
I love that. Mine, I'm completely frozen.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was just me or not. But
there we go.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Yeah, increasing the randomness can definitely go in their favor. Getting a single shutdown, even if you lose 1 or 2 in the process, that's an 800 gold swing. And when you're only down like 3K, that brings you, you know, 33% of the way back.
That gold goes to Veigar, goes to Vel'Koz. You're seeing a huge change. Ewok getting a little bit of a cheeky ult there, almost getting Cassiopeia in the process. Yeah, but imagine you had a Graves ult coming in from the left side, from left field. Boom, you know? It's a dead Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia backing here with 1100 gold. This is probably going to be her last reset until the dragon spawn. She does pick up a blasting rod and a pink ward, but she is really, really strong for this next dragon fight. One cage from Vigar, I think, is what I'm looking for. A good cage onto Cassiopeia.
No one got the local gold from bot side for team, by the way, there.
Ooh, that's not great.
Yeah. You do see blue team knows something's up. They see Herald being started, channel being used as the fight begins. Shepard is here, but where is Cass? They are cut off by Veigar, and here comes the rest of the team. Kung Fu going big, trying to find it, and he does. He dies for his team.
Now kind of just arriving for blue side. Cassiopeia damage. Wow, that might have been 3 E's onto the Vigar. He's dead.
He was gone.
And the Herald does go over to blue side. Amumu picking that up. That almost looked like a winning team fight at first. Before Yeremy had gotten there, that almost could have been a clean engagement.
And Kung Fu was trying to hold them there. You could tell he sacrificed his life to keep them there.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's what you want to see, though. You want to see red side go for those maybe even 60-40, not in their favor, point flip fights. Yeah. Because that's how they're going to get back in the game.
Big old being used. There it is.
That's the Lucian.
He does opt to go for that. I want to see Iwa back up a little bit here. Maybe a little bit out of position. Because Iwa being burned to death. Oh, big play being used. Big ult being used from Iwa. That gold does go over to Veigar. Huge gold swap. Wow, that is a big shutdown. Three for 2. Honestly, your biggest players on blue team being dead, that is a win for red team. That is a giant win.
That is a win. Dragon is up, though, and it looks like Amumu is still relatively healthy. Captain Gofu maybe whipping the ult a little bit.
Bit of a whiff there.
Under the form.
Shepard maybe biting off a little more than he can chew. Iwa's damage coming up big. We're seeing that no cost here. Ooh, not quite finding it. God damn, this Ornn is a monster. He's unstoppable.
He does not care about any of the damage that Shen, Gragas, or Amumu can put out at this point. Knowing that the 2 carries from blue side are dead, he has free reign to do whatever he wants at this point.
Man with the goat horns coming out. Blue side getting a little scared. That Ornn looking very big, looking very beefy.
But Cassiopeia is almost here. We see him
being
chasing
used.
the Gragas.
Good flash from Asylum, completely diffusing that. Ooh, nice stun coming up from Dusik. They're being used. Not quite catching. They are catching a Shen at the end of it.
Shen's pretty tanky. He can definitely face tank another round of that. He's still a little bit above half HP here. Red side does have a priority position in the river, but they are conceding it rapidly to blue side walking in. Cassiopeia there. Lucian walking up from bot lane. This is going to be, it looks like a steal attempt coming in from red side. Gragas in the cage. Ooh. Gragas going very, very low. And eventually falling down.
Wow. Veigar has stolen the Mountain Drake. I just realized
That's
that.
Massive. The Cassiopeia cleaning up Iwa. Going for Dusik. Going for Griffin.
Taking a lot of damage, and there he goes.
Tons of damage coming in. He lives.
No way.
Coming in huge for Yeremy. Getting a quadra kill.
Yeah, you hate to see it. He was so low at that point, too.
The healing from Seraph's just saving him yet again. That is.
Off. And look at that KDA, 11, 1, and 6.
He picked up nearly 2k gold from that fight as well. So I'm curious what his next pick is going to be. Maybe a Rylai's or something like that to allow him to use his E more frequently, not letting the enemy team run away. But that was a great steal from Dusik to get that Mountain Dragon. That's exactly what you need. This Ornn, 5% tankier. That's perfect. And you also deny an early Mountain Soul take from blue side, which is gonna be a big win.
Delaying that a little longer, and that's they need that. They really do. And I want to see this stack. I mean, you see more Mountain Drakes go to red team. I feel like who's more deadly with that buff? I feel like it's red team. If you see Dragon Soul on either of these teams, it is a lot scarier on red team.
Yeah, the Ornn with his passive and
his scaling, the Graves with his stacks, you know, the set, the beefiness. I feel like Asylum finding 2 people here, but he doesn't give a single fuck. Bolt being used. Kung Fu
He's taking a
Max,
good
he
bit of
beating the
damage.
shit out of him. He's getting chipped.
Cassiopeia, almost there. Disengage with the Ornal.
Oh,
Amumu decides to go back
once
in.
again, hitting those hooks. I feel like he very consistently this game has been hitting hooks that make you go, oh.
Yeah, a little questionable.
A little
that maybe
ambitious.
could have been punished if
As
Dusek was
I
a
always
little
say
bit
it, it's
closer.
that dog in him. Max,
It
you
is-
got that dog in him. He's "Arr, arr,
He
arr."
definitely does.
You got that dog in you, Top Gun? I just want you
no,
Top
no.
Gun. Speaking of Top
we do
Gun,
see-
we see Gritty blowing up the Baron, and Red Team, they can't see shit. They have no idea. They just saw it for the first time. Iwa desperately trying to ult that, but not quite finding it. Blue Team quickly securing a Baron.
Yeah, not a whole lot that Red Side can do to contest that. Contesting a Cassiopeia on a Baron is really rough. If you try to get into any of those chokes, you know, one Cassiopeia ult Miasma can be essentially just a free ace for the enemy team. But that is a big gold swing again going to blue side. They're up, you know, 6k gold, a little bit over at this point.
We look at that gold
and-
difference on individuals, and you see 3k gold difference in jungle, a 3k gold difference in mid lane, you know, a 2k gold difference in favor for red side. Their only lead is in their orange. That is it.
Yeah. That's a big gold difference for jungle. He's kind of the Amumu has kind of been the unsung hero of this game. We did see a little bit of a mistake early in the top lane, but aside from that, he's been doing a great job at engaging and making sure that his Cassiopeia and Lucian have free reign in these team fights. He's playing these fights exceptionally well, and I'm curious to see what his next item is going to be. He looks like he has a Sapphire Crystal and a Ruby Crystal.
And something that Vivo pointed out in the chat is we did see Veigar hit that burst onto Cassiopeia, almost killing him. That was pre-Rabadon's death cap. That's pre-Seraph's Embrace. And, you know, as we see this Veigar stack more and more, Cassiopeia's HP is not going to get that much bigger. But in comparison, Veigar's damage is going to get higher and higher. And I'm curious to see if Cassiopeia one stun away from being in that danger range.
Dusek sitting at 171 stacks and a little over 500 AP at this point. He's definitely come online with that Rabadon's death cap purchase.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big spike for, you know, Veigar just in general. So I'm curious to see if that burst now will be enough. Cassiopeia does have a stopwatch to sort of negate the ult, but just 2 Qs and maybe a W could be enough. He's not all that tanky. He doesn't have a ton of stats behind him. He has a little bit of HP, but no magic resistance.
But you're talking about Yeremy. You're talking
Yeah,
about a guy
Yeremy,
that plays safe, that does not make mistakes very often. And when
Very
he does,
true.
it's very uncharacteristic of him. But
We did see a flash
the
body
big
slam.
ult being used from Kung Fu. Follow up immediately from Amumu as
Keep an eye on this Cassiopeia's damage.
Yeah,
onto
there it
the
is.
horn.
slowly melting. Cassiopeia unfortunately tanking it. As we see Ornn desperately trying to get that damage back. Yeremy very low.
Very, very,
Very
low.
low. That is a Veigar ult. That is a single Veigar ult. He is gone.
Yep, the dragon spawning in. Oh, it's actually up right now.
It
Yeremy
may
and the
honestly
rest
go to
of
red
blue
team.
side, relatively low. There is a chance that they can contest this dragon, especially if
pull.
Captain Kung Fu gets.
He does hit the plant. There it is.
Jamarcus
this-
pops the blast plant, and Asylum going in.
Asylum
the
on his
3
own
members.
right now.
He is not that tanky when compared with the damage that Cassiopeia and Lucian can put out solo.
He got that dog in him. And that
He does have
dog
that
was
dog in him, but
chained
he
and
did
beaten
call
to the
Baron
ground. My
the
God.
dragon.
Blue buff Ewok getting a little bit of a flank. We do see that getting low. The dragon does go to blue side, but does anything else?
Shin
Is
ult
Shin
coming
ult
out.
used? Yeah, I feel like that secures it. Nice, safe, and sound. Red team has to back off. Oh, I say
I feel
that,
like
and then
Griffin
blue team.
might be biting off a little bit more than he can chew here. Okay.
You know.
It looks like they are going to end up backing off here. Yeah, these fights are. I feel bad for Red Side. It seems like they're almost always like right on the cusp of getting something great. If Asylum delays his engage by 10 seconds even, that fight can go differently because Dusek and Iowa, we saw Iowa coming in on that flank. He might be able to change the outcome of that fight. They're
500
so
ability,
close.
579 ability power on Veigar right now. I will say.
Yeah, and I mean, the further we go into this game, we're at 30 minutes right now. I'm not sure what his rune choices were specifically. He does have Gathering Storm. So at 30 minutes, we are going to see another tick of that. You know, he's going to be pretty big. coming up in the next few minutes, but he might be caught out here a little bit. The Lucian ult coming in does end up taking him down. Yeah, that's the 7th death that we've seen for Dusek. That's a little bit hard to see. But
it's not uncommon when it comes to high def games. Man does a lot of damage by the end of it.
He is nearing the next item spike. You can see that he purchased the needlessly large rod. I'm not 100% sure what he's gonna opt into there, because he does have the tier for the Seraphs. I'm not sure if Seraphs goes out of rod. I don't think it does.
It does. I mean, he may be opting, like based on that build path, I want to say he's opting for the shield destruction so he can kill Cassiopeia when the shield pops.
He just bought the
Kindle gem
as well, so he is going to opt to finish the Seraphs. As we can see, Asylum opted to go in onto the Lucian here. Knocks him up. Mumu.
Ooh, Mumu getting a good stun, stopping that from getting that stun on the Gritty. He was looking for it.
Mumu just does not care. He just walks that out. The damage that Graves has right now, he's almost all lethality, and Mumu is so tanky. But we do see Maxi in the Vygar cage, knocked up by the Ornn. Vygar has big damage, but it's not quite enough to take him down. There we go. We finally see Seth pick up.
He's in the baby cage. He can't get out.
Yeah, without Flash, he's basically on his own there. He wouldn't.
Right now it's 3v5. We do see Cassiopeia spotted out on the side. Cassiopeia opting to go aggressive onto Asylum. They've spotted him. They know where he is now. They can play according.
Yeah, Asylum going up against the Cassiopeia. That's probably the worst.
Ooh, big stare, big stun. Ooh, almost connecting.
Great.
Dusek.
Great flash. Ghost from
Flash
Yeremy.
being used.
We're getting onto Dusek. He might tick down from that, and he does.
Yep. God. Oh, he almost had him, though. He was really fucking close. Like, genuinely.
Had Yeremy...
No flash, he was done.
Yeah, no flash or the timing been slightly different. That's a different fight.
Oh, yeah.
That's an entirely different fight.
Battle of inches here. We see Kung Fu trying to kind of play guard here. Damage. Blue team opting to back off. They are a little low. Pretty especially in a rough spot right now. Oh, Kung Fu saying 80 carry dodge, you idiot. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's like, you look at this, and this is what blue team, right? This is what red team sees. This ominous presence. They don't actually see the full vision. Red team sees exactly what's going on. They know this TP is coming in. You know, they now red team seeing the Baron started dropping very low.
This Baron is melting with the Cassiopeia and Lucian damage coming in. We do see the ults coming out from Iowa interrupted by the Gragas ult. And it looks like blue team will just secure the Baron and get out.
Gragas playing guard phenomenally. The Kung Fu really putting in that work.
His ults this game have been really on point. And
oh, yeah.
Iowa's ult kind of annoyed Asylum with his ult as well. Yeah, the Gragas ults have been great.
And speaking of on point, Tron RS with the raid. How you doing, brother? Good seeing it.
Yeah. But great plays all around. Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, a battle of inches. Had some of these fights gone slightly differently, red side is in a much better position. Oh, yeah. But as we do see, the dragon is spawning in 30 seconds. Graves resetting right now, probably the worst time possible to reset.
Ooh, with they do catch left. Kung Fu. Sonya's being
burning.
Used.
Stopwatch.
They didn't dedicate too much. It was just a solid stun. They can hold out for a little bit here. Graves is on his way. Blue team does not know. They have no idea. How can you expect the enemy jungle to recall? 20 seconds prior. It's my unoptimal play is the optimal play. It's that kind of knowledge and break. Dusek does get a little bit of a stun. Ulti being used, going everything he can into Dusek as the damage does return. They do get big damage, but it's still, I mean, Cassiopeia is on the side. This is Lucian's fight right now. Lucian getting so much damage in. The two mages distancing each other, keeping their spaces. And there it is. A victory for blue team. Very awkward. I would say unoptimal. They didn't even have cast in the fight and they still won it.
That fight is almost a little bit disingenuous to the potential that the blue side has in these team fights. Had Iowa not zoned Cassiopeia off of that fight,
oh yeah,
it's over almost immediately.
That would have been a whole different story. There were 2 or 3 of them grouped really hard, and you get a Cassiopeia ultimate in there, and it's awful.
Cassiopeia not being in there essentially it saved the fight, but it also broke it, because from red side's perspective, you want Iowa to be able to zone, but you also want Iowa in that fight. Yeah, it's so hard to play these fights if you're red side, because if Cassiopeia is in it, it's just brutal. She's at 4 items, almost 5, building that.
Ooh, there it is.
Yeah, and there is the Vigar.
Skill difference.
Check. Yeah, that's an 850 AP Vigar. Basically one shot for Lucian.
How much damage is that ultimate? Let's calculate it. That is a 1.7k damage ult. Did I read that right? Yeah, 1.7k damage ult. Skill difference.
Yeah. And you can't be that far up if you're gritty. I think him down in the Hex Drinker at this point, into the Maw, might even be a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, maybe at that point, it's not going to save you. You know what I mean? It's not going to make that difference. I'd rather see a Bloodthirster, honestly.
Bloodthirster, maybe even, I'm not even sure. Something, oh, I know. The item, I forget the name of it. It's the slow item, the slow armor pen item.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. The one that's built on Jace very often, yeah.
Yeah. That's, I think, the typical build when you go for Lucian. Him going for this mod, I don't think does anything for this game, so I think that's a little bit of a mistake on his part. But if he can somehow manage to live with this mod, it will be worth it, for sure. Because the game will end, most likely, if he's alive.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is Mountain Soul for Amumu and Shen. Even Gragas is fairly tanky at this point. It's going to be really hard to burst them down. Cassiopeia has 5 items and a pink ward in her inventory. We are nearing the point where Cassiopeia will basically 2-shot your Ornn, and that's not what you want to see if you're red side.
Oh yeah, it's really scary. It's really rough, and I don't know what you can do. You don't really have any strong catch. Amumu ult barely. That would have been the end right there. That would have been it. Maxi finding that thread, barely missing it. That golden thread to take them all the way there.
I think you're playing for a cage onto Cassiopeia and Lucian, but they both have flash. As we see, Captain Kung Fu just kind of
there it
annoying. Yeah. Okay, and that's the support and the almost entirely tank jungler, just one-shotting Iowa. So that's a little tough. The Lucian damage, not a ton onto Ornn, but he is going to be able to get that wave in. They are going to take the mid tower as well, and it looks like the inhib will fall soon after. Not a ton you can do. Vigar is not enough range, I think. Iowa is really the only ranged, the ability to...
Shin coming through, Zhonya's being used. He does die, but Shin is there. Horn being called out. A little bit of a disturbance being used. Ooh. Vagar almost getting that stun. Little cheeky fight. Red's looking to continue it, but with Cassiopeia lurking on the horizon, it's hard to make this fight happen.
With Iowa respawning right now, their wave clear is significantly improved as well, so blue side is opting to back off for the moment. Baron spawns in 40, Elder spawns in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. If you're blue side, I think you're resetting here, and then you're setting up immediately for the Baron. You can end the game with that Baron almost guaranteed if you get it. And if you're set up early, the Cassiopeia is not going to allow red side to get into the pit or the river. So I'd like to see them set up a bit early. Cassiopeia did cancel the recall, though. So it looks like, is she maybe close to a next item? No, she's only at 1,300 gold. She's pretty far off the last item. Lucian engaging on the juice stick there.
Big exhaust. He does end up dying for it.
Yeah, that's really hard. The Lucian damage coming in big. But it is traded. But if you're red side, you basically just traded one of 2. I mean, he's basically your only DPS. I was not quite even in the game yet, sitting at only 3 items at nearly 40 minutes. Amumu flashing in, banding toss misses on the grave.
And yeah, a very awkward initiation, but it doesn't matter. Big ulti being used from Jamarcus, but I don't know if it'll matter. They don't have the damage. They don't have the follow-up. Red team very awkwardly going in. Is their main damage being soloed by the support? Kung Fu getting a thick flank as red team slowly burning to death. Yeah,
that could be game right there.
That's probably game right there.
We saw the Shen shield come out on the Cassiopeia there. That had to be a nearly like 1,500 HP shield. with the Radiant Virtue adding additional shield onto it. That was massive. Cassiopeia, basically full HP coming into this.
We talked about it. Yeah, I mentioned that the cast is going to be the big difference. That's such a powerful pick into red team, and you know there it is.
Taunt coming out with Dusek, not quite able to secure the kill. Wow, look at that damage coming out.
The damage there.
You have to think the game is going to end here. I don't see any real option.
I don't see a world where Veigar can hold this.
Yeah, look the damage on Cassiopeia.
Gragas losing his life in the process, as it does happen. The team taking it. God, red team 0-6.
You know, you talked about in the draft, Yeremy able to gain big advantages for himself, but the execution being the real question there. I think we saw in that game, Yeremy can execute. He can execute well.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely convinced. Maybe there's a...
I think
definitely coming
based
up
on just the scoreline and the DPS that he put out, I'm going to have to give that to him. That was a great game all around from Yeremy. Yeah, his Cassiopeia, definitely something to be scared of if you are on the opposite team.
Yeah, I mean, he got such an early lead so early, like just an early lead so early, redundant as fuck, but it was really insane. Like we saw a 6 minute, I want to say Leandries, like the early half of Leandries, I forget what it's called. And then Lost Chapter. We saw the Lost Chapter and we saw the early progression. He had those stacks up before his item was even done. I think he had 2 items fully complete, Seraph's Embrace and Leandries. By what,
like
14 minutes? Yeah, it was absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to give credit to Dusek and Iowa, though. They were still pumping the damage numbers as well. Even though they were so far behind, could it have been the rage advantage that Vel'Koz has compared to the red side? Maybe. But,
Yeremy really put in some numbers, but I got to say, great performance by Amumu this game. I think Amumu easily gets the MVP. I don't want to give Yeremy anything. Absolutely phenomenal performance.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the unsung hero is Amumu, but the star of that game, in my mind, is Yeremy.
Absolutely.
But I want to give credit where credit's due. Asylum put in massive work on Ornn as well. You know, we saw some good plays coming out from Jamarcus.
Kung Fu was spacing really hard every fight.
Kung Fu is going nuts these last 2 games.
I'm telling you, he's so fucking good. I feel bad every time we lose a game because I feel like me and him, he's my duo partner. Man is absolutely flexible. He's insane. He's doing fucking cartwheels. He's bonkers.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good things from Captain Kung Fu. So yeah, looking forward to see more of him. But yeah, overall, great game all around. I think that Vel'Koz and Veigar definitely put up a good fight.
We saw like I would say the biggest issue when you see Vel'Koz, you're missing a lot of AD consistent damage, right? And I know Dusek has those picks. I want to see if there's ever a world where we can get those weird AD picks that Dusek has in the game with Eva's Vel'Koz. I want to see. I feel like that may be the angle. But that being said, his Veigar was great. I think the biggest thing we saw out of him was maybe the Predator not really coming up for anything. I think the Predator was really kind of non-existent. We talked about the electrocute potential. I don't think that would have made the difference, to be honest.
Not in this game. In a different world, the Predator does come into play. It can be a real option for Veigar, but just not in this game. I think that maybe phase rush, fleet footwork, or not fleet footwork.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Dusek. I would agree.
Just anything else, really. Yeah. But yeah, definitely an interesting game all around. I was surprised at the impact that the Gragas had with the first strike. That was an interesting pick we talked about early on in the game, but he made it work. I'm not sure exactly how much gold he brought in through it, but he definitely seemed to make it work. So
Boys, we're going to need screenshots for the stats for those. If you could, take the first full screenshot of all the stats in the graph and scroll down to the very bottom, and it's a full screenshot of that as well. That'll help out for any future stat tracking as well. But yeah, please post that in the Premier Draft chat. That being said, MVP for that last game going to surprise, ladies and gentlemen, Yeremy, not Ornn. Sorry about that, Asylum. Misread. Please forgive me. All right, let's get James Norrington here. James, I gotta say, this is not quite the look we see from you usually, Mr. Yeremiah. Usually we see you playing phenomenally, slowly burning on your ship as it sinks into the ocean. I will say you proudly sailed the open seas and sunk the enemy ship. How are you feeling right now? Coming up with a big dub. Is it blue side diff? Is it Yeremy diff? What is the diff?
You know, it's my first game of the season because I wasn't here for last week. Yeah, you know, it felt all right. Got gifted a couple kills early and had a just right before 9-minute Leandries, so it felt kind of just over at that point.
I would say 9-minute Leandries sounds pretty weak. I think we definitely saw that in your performance, absolutely melting everyone to shreds. Yeah, I gotta say, Cassiopeia, we talked about the pick on the desk. I mentioned that it was an absolutely smurf pick. We saw it would stop the Ornult, stop the Graves dashes. It would stop so much of what red team wanted to do. Solid pick, solid comp. How do you do
Predator.
it?
I just let Sealed tell me what champion to play, and then I play it.
Is it a Kung Fu diff? Is that what it comes down to? Kung Fu diff?
Or we just go, yeah, Cass looks like a pretty good pick here, and I go, all right, yeah, let's just lock that in. I haven't played it this season at all, but you know, it.
Understood. Kung Fu diff coming up bigger than we thought.
It's fine.
So I gotta say, is the James Norrington gif a joke meme? Is it dead? Is this the season of Yeremy? The season where flawlessly blading comes up big?
Oh, I mean, we'll see. You know, last week when my little brother decided to play Oriana, that was a little bit of a different turn. I don't think anyone was expecting that one.
I forgot about last week actually. And now that you mentioned the Oriana, I remember distinct. Wow, you know, just.
That's what, there's a decent meme that I made. I'd say it's like a B tier meme.
Oh yeah, it's a solid B+. Be fair to yourself.
What the fuck happened that game?
Oh yeah.
When I'm
and you still won. I want to mention you still won.
That's because you know the other damage threat on the team didn't get Nami ulted, Twitch ulted, Shen flash taunted, Lissandra ulted.
Yeremy, do you feel like there's a target on your back a little? I feel like you're being targeted that game. Do you feel a little better this game now that you're the center of attention? I can't.
Wow, let me tell you, after not being drafted game 1, where it just really just hurt my feelings.
Understood.
I had to show him, you know, woo, second best mid laner in Premier. Here I am.
Second best mid laner. Second to HypoTube. True. Very true.
Very true.
Thank you. I really needed that. That being said, wow, phenomenal performance, Yeremy. Man's popped off. Any shout outs, any homies you want to speak to? Any pretty ladies you want to yell out to?
Shout out to Maxky for drafting me. I really appreciate you having faith in me. That means a lot. And shout out to Griffin, who's been my recent duo. He decided to go ahead and try to get me an early lead, so I appreciate that immensely.
I don't think he was on your team, actually, Yeremy. I think he was on the enemy team.
Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, you have a good night.
Yeah. All right, understood. Have a good one. Wow, wonderful gameplay from Yeremy. And wow, phenomenal interview from me. Wow, good job, me. Good job. Wow, great time. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2, 0-6 red. How do we get red team to win? We have one offer for captain, ladies and gentlemen. Dusik is mad. Dusik is angry. He's coming for blood. Dusik is offering his soul to the mighty urn of existence. He wants to captain. Will anyone step up and meet Dusik's challenge to be enemy captain? He's pouring a drink, boys. This isn't Dusik we're talking about. This is Drunksick. All right, we got an offer from Gritty and Dusik. Captain, is that fair? Let me make sure. That is not fair, actually. Let me make sure. Yeah, it can't happen, actually. Gritty, you are a separate captain offer. If you are, hold that for next game, maybe. We need a plat captain, actually. High plat, preferably, but it doesn't really matter if you'd prefer. Dusick has been slow on the grind, but as of the moment, that's where he's at. He's been working. Yeah, he's been working a lot, actually. He's working a lot of hours. I might be only doing one more game, to be honest. Gritty, you'll probably be drafted. I wouldn't worry about that. But yeah, Big Unga Bunga. It was a win trade. It's fucking guy, dude. All right, it's a banger song. Qzar, you I don't know. What the fuck did I just do? Like, actually, what the fuck did I just do? I just fucked up Dusick's name on the sheet. But yeah, boys, we're looking for 2 captains. Already captained? You can captain again. There's no cooldown on captaining. We can have the fucking same guy captain 4 times in a row. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about captaining. I don't care. Popgun, you're captain. Yo, that'd actually be interesting. Me and Popgun drafting people. That'd actually be interesting. What do you think about that, Popgun?
It would be interesting for sure, but I'm not sure how even that would be.
True. I don't know. That being said, Qzar and Dusick. Do we have a Qzar and Dusick offer? We don't have a Qzar offer right now. Right now, it's just... Huh? What's that mean? What do you mean you challenge me? I'm the caster. You can't count. Go back to your desk. You're freaking me out. Don't do the fucking gorilla. He's doing the orangutan fucking thing. The what's it called? The light Yagami fucking taunt. Here, let me post this shit on my Discord. Hold on. I love this meme. It's one of my favorite fucking memes. It's just light Yagami. Don't fucking box me right now, bro. Oh damn. Hold up, I'm finding this gorilla image. Fuck, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is Yagami Light as an orangutan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Yagami Light orangutan. One of my favorite. You just gotta pose like the... gotta hit that orangutan. Look at him, dude. He's fucking the man's fucking there. He's there. All right, he's checked in. Look at that. Look at those eyes, dude. That's the eyes of a killer, ladies and gentlemen. The eyes of a killer. Okay? That's literally me asking for 80 carries to join the Premier League. Yeah, true. Don't fucking hit he's hitting the stance now, god damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking for 2 captains. Turn on eye tracker? No, I'm not gonna turn it on. I don't need to look at... I'm not looking at monkey cock. I swear. I swear to God, I'm not looking at monkey cock. Hypo versus co-caster, but you have to draft all 5 players. Do we have any more captains? I'm higher elo, so yeah, fucking Ricky. Oh man.
I mean, I'm down to just throw people together if you want.
I mean, you want to cast, you man? You want to draft? How does this work? Do we do 1 2 2 3 3 4 4? Did you just leave? Did Popgun just leave?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck was that? Qzar literally said yes. I didn't realize Qzar said yes.
Oh, okay. That works perfect.
Oh, Qzar said okay. He used the meme. I didn't fucking know Qzar was gang. Gang. I meant to say game, but I said gang. All right. I need a Dusick and I need a Qzar. We have a Qzar. Qzar, you have been pulled into this room. And Drunksick Tim. Ladies and gentlemen, Qzar, heads or tails, brother?
Heads.
Heads it is. Red or blue, brother?
Blue.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. When will this streak of blue end?
Right now.
There we go. Qzar, your first pick.
Gritty.
Dusick.
Just to be clear, I get 2 picks here, right?
Yep. 2 picks.
Cool. Is the Excel sheet up to date?
It should be, yeah.
You might have to select season 2.
Ah, thank you. It's on the wrong roster.
Spam this tide to Alfred. I love how there's a doc fucking this in the middle of that. It.
Give me Asylum and give me Griffin.
Asylum and Griffin. Wow. Solid draft. That. Uzar, your pick.
Do I get 2 or 1?
You get 2.
Okay, give me Jamarcus and Captain Kung. And actually, nah, give me Yeremy.
Dusik, you're up.
Give me Captain.
Captain Kung Fu. You also get one more.
Give me Shepard.
Shepard of Elo. We talked about Dusik and Shepard previously. They like to draft each other. I think it shows. We see that there. These are your final pick.
Let me see here. So I've got me, Gritty, Jamarcus, Yeremy.
Right now in the pool, what is available is Maxkey. Maxkey, Iwa,
Maxkey is available.
and
Yeah,
Fields.
give me Maxkey.
Maxkey and had a
For some
big
reason I
Amumu
keep
game last game. Yeah, I'm surprised he
mid
got 3
only when I
actually
see
too.
him.
I feel like with Asylum, Griffin, Gritty, Jamarcus, those are huge priority picks, I'd say. And then Yeremy, solid mid laner, Kung Fu, flexibility. It kind of makes sense. Maxi makes it all the way through the end. There's so many prio picks. Yeah, boys, we'll go ahead and get this game on the road. Gritty has been drafted first round every single fucking draft night. Gritty has been round 1 draft every single night. When will the oppression of 80 carries stop? When will we get new ones? Ladies and gentlemen, bring your friends into this fucking league for the love of God.
I want everyone listening to look at me right now.
They can't see you.
I'm
Well, they
projecting to look at you.
They know what I look like. They know what I am.
Okay. All right.
This red loss streak ends here. I will take this and I will shove it down Qzar's throat. Try me, boy.
Try me, bitch.
How about I shove my... Never mind. You can guess what I was going to say.
Something about penis, probably. Wouldn't mind. Consensually, that is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get some advice going. Pop Gun by co-caster yet again. Mr. Pop, Mr. Gun, welcome to the caster's desk. What a surprise you're here today. Good to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be here.
Good to be here. It's your first cast of the day, man. You feeling nervous?
Oh, I mean, a little bit, yeah. But that's fine. I'll get over it. Big words from Dusik.
Big
words.
Oh, yeah.
From Dusik coming out early.
And we'll see if the words are backed by some solid gameplay and knowledge. That comes up big for him. I mean, I want to see the red curse end. That's for sure.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
6-0 for blue side, so not looking good for. Hearing the coin flip and they going, what side would you like? And they go blue. You're like, you don't say.
Yeah, I'm not really sure the reason for it though. Like, there's not something that immediately stands out to me as like,
I don't know.
Why is it such a big win percentage? And we'll have to see if it ends here. We had some big words from Dusik. I'm hopeful that he's able to follow up on them.
I'm curious if we need to swap the picks, like maybe red side picks first and blue side picks second. I don't know.
Could be.
I'm trying to join spectator, but I can't right now.
Yeah, you need somebody to hop up. Somebody hop.
I think Griffin is the odd man out. Yeah, Griffin's the odd. I think Griffin joined and was AFK. There we go. Yeah, I'm free. The casters. All right. Captain Kung Fu, the 80 carry?
It's looking like it.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Captain Kung Fu, 80 carry. Not his best role, I will say. But I mean, like, it seems like we have a drought. We have one of two things happen. We have a drought in jungle or a drought in 80 carry. You had a new jungle pick up today. It was Sly Cooper, they are not here tonight.
That is unfortunate. And especially, it might be unfortunate because you see Gritty and Jamarcus on the other team. So that's a scary, scary bot lane to go into.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see what Captain Kung Fu can cook up. He has been having a good day today, so maybe he'll be able to, surprise the bot lane with some new spicy pick. Is this order? I think it's order.
I guess. Yeah, man. I guess it is.
All right.
It's a bit weird.
I mean, whatever works.
Let's see if those big words add up to much. The double R from both sides. We are good to go, I believe. Darn Dusick. Shepard. All you. Luck, boys. All right. Based on the draft so far, what are we feeling so far?
I mean,
I'm gonna be controversial here. Okay. I'm gonna be controversial. I'm gonna say blue team's gonna win.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Just I looked at the bot lane and I saw Gritty and Jamarcus in the same lane, and I was like, "That's pretty good.
That's pretty scary.
Your odds are already pretty good."
Oh yeah, it's pretty spooky. We see Qzar, Yeremy, Gritty, Jamarcus. That is some of the highest elo players that have played together for years. In terms of like years of experience, though, we're seeing at least 4 to 5 years between those guys easily.
And I mean, we're coming off of Maxkey coming off of a great game of a Mumu jungle as well. So he's on a hot streak. Yeremy's on a hot streak. Gritty and Jamarcus obviously have that synergy.
They've been separated for so long. Now this is the first time they've been together since I want to say last week. They haven't been together so far.
People have been splitting them up. I mean, it's a good call to split those two up. They're a dangerous bot lane to let be together. But we are going to see the Ezreal ban come out for Gritty. We'll have to see how Blue Side responds with their first pick here. Maybe a flex pick. Oh no, we are going to see the Gwen come out. Now, Gwen blind is a bit interesting to me. I think there are a few champions that do fairly well into Gwen. So I'm not expecting to see a Cassante, but maybe we'll see a surprising pick come out of the top lane of red side here.
I feel like if Kung Fu was not AD carry, we'd probably say Cassante. He's probably the most common Cassante player in the league right now.
Yeah, I was thinking that since he is in the ADC role, we do see the Alawi come out. Now, interesting, not entirely unexpected, but I'm not
Shepard.
sure.
Yeah, we do expect that from Shepard. Shepard is known to be a 2-trick. It's Alawi and it's Yorick. One of them's not banned. I mean, hey, why not grab a secure pick?
Yeah, people do not want him to have the Yorick, so he's definitely pretty scary on that.
But yeah, I mean, Gwen versus Alawi, I want to say that is Gwen favored. It played right.
I agree. I wasn't gonna, not give him credit with the Alawi. Maybe he can pull something out, but we do see the Sejuani come out. Just a pretty safe, generally easily pilotable jungler. Nothing too crazy there. She is meta at the moment, so I think it's definitely a fine pick. Having the melee topsider definitely helps quite a bit with the Sejuani pick here.
I have a question here. I don't know if you know the answer. If Alawi's tentacle is outside of Gwen's untargetability circle, does it slap her?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I want to say this is kind of hard counter.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I read your name is HypoTube. Yo, mods, ban that guy. Ban that guy right there. Welcome to the stream, dude.
And the Senate TK coming out for Gritty and Jamarcus, we did see that, I believe, last week. And we saw that, I think it was Gritty and Jamarcus last week. We did see, oh no, it's a Belveth. Interesting that they would show that, then not end up locking it in. And it looks like red side is just locking in order. They're just going Alawi, Sejuani, Zed.
Yep.
So it's going to be pretty easy bans from the side of blue. Like you know exactly what the enemy team has left to pick. So I'm expecting to see an ADC and a support ban come out from blue side here.
What the fuck? Honestly, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to thank you, I guess. I don't know. I love cold showers too. Big fan of cold showers.
Swing
Belvets,
ban-
Senna. I mean, that's
swing ban
probably
game,
Belvets.
though.
We're probably thinking that. Senna, yeah, Senna
think-
Belvet. They love this
you
combo.
think
Oh my
Belvet's
god, they
support?
got the combo. Oh my god.
Is that a known combo? This is new to me.
This is a known combo to them. This is something that they've been, anytime they see a good opportunity for it, they destroy on it. And it's been
Really?
it's been like an 83 to 86% win rate for
Okay.
it's a weird comp. But they both, I mean, Belvets can last a long time. Senna can take her time and weave into the fight. It's really awkward for the enemy. I'm curious what red team's going to respond with, but this is the pick. This is the thing they've been trying to get for all last week, and they weren't finding it.
Zoe locked in.
Interesting.
Is it
Zoe support?
Sejuani support, Zed jungle, Zoe mid?
I don't.
And then we're leaving AD up for a counter, but they already see the Senna. I'm so confused at what the red side is drafting here. They're really throwing, it seems like a bunch of random stuff at blue side to maybe shake it up and maybe allow them to take an early lead because the enemy team won't know how to play against it. We see the Amumu and the Karma coming up as a response to the Zoe and a Scion locked in. What just happened?
Is their bot lane Zoe? Did they lock in order? Is this Zoe 80 carry with Scion? What is what the fuck is happening? Oh my god.
I'm trying to like.
Am I
make
on
sense.
PCP right now? What's going on,
I don't know
man?
what just happened. I'm trying to like put that, like line up the angles in my brain and see like what their win con would be.
Inshallah,
aside-
brother. And if
Their
God
win
wills
con right
it,
now, it's
if
literally
God
just-
wills it, that's
they have limited range. They do have good pick potential with Zoe Sejuani. It seems like they're relying almost exclusively on either picks or a team fight to go in their favor fantastically. I'm not sure, because if they get behind, they're so low range.
it's
The
so low
wave clear
range.
won't be there
Oh yeah.
to really mitigate some of the issues that come with that.
Was Dusik yelling out spicy? Couldn't have ask.
Spicy is correct. Spicy.
That it is. I will
correct.
say this is no white man mayo spicy. This is genuine down in the bayou. We get some spice this game. We're seeing Zoe 80 carry and Scion support versus Senna 80 carry and Belveth support.
I don't think it'll even be like one weird like AD Zoe like on hit or anything. I think it has to be majority AP, just typical Zoe, because their comp doesn't have a whole lot of magic damage in it without it. So I think I have seen Scion support before. I know it is a thing, but Zoe ADC is just really throwing a wrench in how I see the game plan for red team. You know, going, how do you approach dragon fights? How do you approach the mid game? Fighting for heralds is a little tough. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting draft coming out from red side here.
Speaking of interesting, we got another ranked duel coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Casters testing their might, their knowledge, their understanding. What is this rank that we are witnessing?
All right, let's take a look.
Silent clip, hook coming up. We do see very uncommon 80 carry pick in Elo, I will say. Ooh, bit of cheek. Yeah, that dive was a bit int. A little int. They are kiting back. I mean, they are finding that damage. Janna flash. Very awkward, I'd say. Oh my god, and another hook. What is happening right now? What the fuck rank even is this? I don't. Is there more? Did they fuck up? How do you? There's no way they dive this, right? There's like this doesn't happen. Oh my god! Now zero mana Ziggs is here. What is what is going on right? What the
It's D4. It's 100%
You think
D4.
that's D4?
I've been in that elo. I've seen that shit before. That's 100% Diamond 4. That's like D4, but like negative win rate D4 for sure.
Everyone's we got a lot of gold. We got a lot of golders in the chat right now. I mean, fuck. I was so happy.
Looking at how the Callista
Do I trust
autoed,
I
the
trust
Callista
the
movement in combination
I'm
with.
gonna trust my co-caster.
Last time I was right. We'll see if I'm right again.
If you're not right, you failed me.
Okay.
Diamond,
well,
you are correct.
Yeah, I've been in that elo. I've been in that elo.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of dog in them.
Mm-hmm.
Dog in them all, I'd say. Everyone had a goddamn dog in that fight.
I'm 2 for 2 on the rank.
Hey, you're popping off right now on this ranked.
I've seen enough bad League of Legends plays to know what elo they belong in.
You've seen enough bad League of Legends to know where the bad League of Legends found.
Yep. Yeah, that screamed D4 to me immediately. So
I mean, I will say it's a very uncommon 80 carry pick in lower elo. I feel like that alone made me think it was not low. It was not like gold. Very uncommon gold pick. You know what I mean?
The trading with the Callista under tower, going under tower to get the red
very
stacks
smart
and
trading
stuff.
under tower. Yeah.
So I've seen that before. But we do see a cleanse coming out from Zoe. I think that's pretty smart. Cleanse from Senna. Yeah, for the bubble. Not a ton of interesting things going on here. The only thing that I think it may be a little bit interesting is the phase rush on Scion, but I think on support that is definitely understandable.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, pretty typical start in my eyes, aside from the obviously very strange draft from red side. Maskey picking up the Amumu again. Definitely happy with his performance from last game.
Oh,
so I think I can.
Pause. Maskey needed a stack. The commentary we see looks like Maxey need a PP. Any Maxey fans out there, the man is currently PP. Let it be known. That being said, the man pees really fast. I think we may have unpause coming out real quick, actually. Can we get a record chat on this? Is this the fastest piss we've seen?
Maybe.
Are we gonna see an unpause here? They all said R. Only. In case you guys don't know, the person who pauses is usually the person who unpauses. There we go. Okay, multiple people typed unpause at the same time. The game started awkwardly. Asylum with the unpause. You see red side. They are both going towards the same bottom side of the map. We may see some explosiveness here.
Yeah, red side looking for maybe a late invade or a stack. They think that with the Amumu and the Karma level 1 that
they're pretty fair bet. On the flip side, blue, yeah, they're not literally, they're playing 5 point. Oh, did your game freeze?
I am at 43.
44, 45, yeah.
45, yeah.
It freeze a little bit. But...
yeah, they're just stacking here. Not a whole lot happening. Seems like blue side, you know, they knew that they probably do have the stronger level 1, but they didn't want a coin flip, which I can totally understand it.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the draft, I think that they know that if they play this game even remotely well, they're going to be fine.
You want a standard bot side. You don't want to cheese that anyway. You don't want any...
Yeah.
Standard-wise, they should lose.
I like the ward coming out from Jamarcus to ward the middle bush.
Oh, yeah.
From red side so that they don't
That's what he's known for.
Get, like, Scion Q cheesed early on and get chunked out. That's a good ward.
Jamarcus does that ward so often, all the time, and so see him pop up that ward.
Yeah. I mean,
it opts the immediate red trinket. Happens all the time. Ever since he got coached by Biofrost, he's doing that.
I see. Okay.
There it is, coming up big.
Yep, they knew.
I think we talked about it a little bit. The bot side is definitely what we're watching. That's for sure.
Yeah. Interesting to see the double support items come out from the blue side. I think when you normally see like a fasting Senna, the person that's farming in that lane, I think typically goes like Doran Shield or Doran's Blade.
That was a huge for Scion.
Yeah, gritty, early level Senna, not a lot of resistances. Scion Q, I think, actually has one of the best scalings in the game.
What if they intended to pick double support item? Was that like...
I don't think that's a thing. I don't think double support item is a thing.
I don't think it is either. I think they had a miscommunication.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what you hate to see because that's going to cost them quite a bit of gold.
Oh, we do see a little bit of a cheeky jungle sneak here. Currently have no idea that he's in there.
Sejuani looks like he might have felt it out.
Lulu coming up big. He does have his reanimation. He's going to be back in the fight. The fight's not over yet. Maxey disrespecting that passive. Nice
Great
flash.
flash from Griffin. Good route onto the Zoe. Not a whole lot going to come out for him other than the cleanse. Just going to disengage. A 1-for-1 bot side, but we do see the gold swinging a little bit in favor of blue team already. Marcus going forward and having a great trade on the Captain Kung Fu there. Flash being burned by Captain Kung Fu as well. Yeah, this is, I think, where you're going to start to struggle with the Zoe pick. It just doesn't seem like it's going to provide enough in the early lane, at least. Maybe you can play around a bubble into a Scion Q later
and I want to
on.
say the last time I've seen a pick like this is fucking Perks a year ago. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's so out of the ordinary that I'm having a hard time understanding how they plan on winning the game with it. But we'll have to see what they do. Maybe the bubble into the Scion Q is the play. I mean, with Senna not having flash, having cleanse though, but maybe there's a play there. We'll have to see. We can see a little bit of trading going on top side. Gwen going a little bit low, having to be a little bit careful, not having Ghost.
I would say early level. I feel like Alawi does beat that. I feel like that does make sense. I feel like after the first recall or so, that might change.
Yeah, not having Ghost or Flash makes it so that he's having a little bit of a hard time. He does end up resetting and TPing back to lane to catch that wave, which is fine. I think it's probably going to be traded back. Maybe not even traded back with the teleport. Alawi might just be able to walk back in time.
Something that Jukeface just pointed out, Belveth did end up selling support at him. I think it was a miscommunication.
Just about to mention that as well. He did sell that. That is, yeah, a little bit of a mistake. That does cost them a little bit of gold early on. But we do see Griffin lining up for maybe a gank here. There's no warded Tribush for blue side, and there's no flash on Senna. So we could look to see a potential engage here. Scion
there it is. They do say Sejuani now.
Flash being burned from Belveth. Griffin going in. The Zoe Q not quite landing.
He does have flash.
But Gritty and Jamarcus.
Ooh, there it is.
Captain Kung Fu.
Kung Fu bringing the moves, bringing the slappage.
Yeah, and I think they're going to go for a dive here maybe. Asylum tanking it up a little bit.
No, what the?
Another kill to Captain Kung Fu. I actually would have liked to see.
Executed, didn't even get the kill.
I would have liked to see, I think, Asylum tank the one more shot. Okay, he died anyway. So even then, I would have liked to see him tank another shot and let Captain Kung Fu pick up the extra wave, pick up a few extra minions. It's a little bit of a misplay. It's a little sloppy, but I actually am kind of liking the early start from the red bot lane.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, we see Asylum getting jealous of his duo, his partner. He says, "You know what? I want to die." Takes himself out of the picture.
Yeah. But a very
and in the chat we see Gritty saying, "Wow, really well played, Sealed." And then yeah, Sealed saying, "Yeah, I know, my dick is large." And then Gritty says, "That was pretty sick though, not gonna lie." A little bit of respect being shown from blue side to red, saying that Kung Fu came up big there, and it was a big play.
Yeah, I mean, he's up 2 kills already. You can see that he backed with Lost Chapter there, which is a great play. The Sejuani hovering.
She's here again. Yeah, she's here again.
They don't have a ward in that Tri-Brush still. All wards on cooldown. Big trades coming
out.
Wow.
And they're 3-man bot side. They still don't see the Sedge. Now they see it. Here it comes.
Jamarcus able to dodge the Sejuani, the Arctic Assault early, interrupting the
very
Scion
big. Yeah, great Belveth knockup, I'd say. There's the charge up. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Woo.
That's a support.
That is support right there, babe.
An Ignite picked up by Captain Kung Fu.
Have a good night,
we can see a dive with Dusik.
Dusik, yeah, he's getting some poke damage in. The wave's coming in. This is going to be a very explosive play. DP being used from topside. Scion going in early, getting that passive coming up. We do see Kung Fu way off on his own. Asylum's diving towards Gritty. This dive is not quite going as planned. Red team's a little too split. Ignite coming off. Kung Fu does kill. And a Mumu, and wow. Almost killing off Belveth as Dusik's limping away. Went a little not according to plan, I'd say, for red team. Both jungles level 5. I feel like this would be a different story at level 6.
The Velvet is one tick off of dying from that Ignite, and Yeremy looks like he may pick up a kill onto Dusik. The Shadow cooldown comes up just in time there. Saves his life.
Yeremy says, you know what, Maxi? I like that pick. See, let me play that Karma.
Yeah, I mean, everyone got away with the skin of their teeth there. The Scion going down, not quite enough damage to take out Gritty. I don't think he quite got a second auto off in his passive form. A little bit of trading going on.
There's
top
that
lane.
tentacle slap we talked about. That interaction of the in targetability from Gwen. Gwen is not targetable. She's unreal. She's on a different plane.
A little bit of a CS lead building topside. Surprisingly, I think for the Gwen, it looks like maybe Gwen might be a little bit more comfortable in this matchup. I don't think it's something you see every day, Alawi and the Gwen. I don't think either champ is super meta right now. So I am seeing a little bit of stuff that I wouldn't see.
Can I just say, I want to, oh, there we go. Hold on. Blue team, Maxi does secure the Drake, but he may lose his life for it. Big Q coming off from Scion as it looks like Maxi getting bibbly bopped. Flash being used. They are following up. They're going for the kill. Smite being used as well. Big damage coming off. Dusik securing that kill for the team. He earned that. It was all him.
Scion knockups are really allowing red side to play however they want. The Sejuani ult into the fully charged Q, doing a lot of damage early, even with just the serrated dirt. And an all-in attempt coming from Gwen on the Alawi, the Ignite coming out.
I think it's quite, yeah, the Ignite really stopping that. It would have been a different story if the Ignite was not there, honestly. The big 1v1 solo bolo from Qzar.
Yeah, no, that was well played. You know, him not taking a movement summoner like Flash or Ghost, opting for the more aggressive Ignite, stopping that Alawi's healing, definitely a good pickup from him.
Oh, yeah.
Sleeping Trouble Bubble does land.
Big bubble, big
Gritty.
Q. God, man.
Let
me just tell you, I've seen this Bel'Veth and this Senna lane many times. Because I've seen Jamarcus and Gritty play it together. I've watched it night after night, and they go big, they go hard. I can't help but think that this is actually a really well-calculated counter. That this is genuinely well thought out. And I know Asylum called it. Asylum is the guy that calls for counters. He's always that guy. When he sees a pick, he goes, yo, pick this, pick this. And this is such a weird pick. We haven't seen this with Kung Fu and Asylum.
If I wasn't seeing it, I wouldn't believe it. As we see a big engage coming out, the Illuminal hits all three. Asylum's already down. Captain Kung Fu go down as well. That's a 3 for 0.
I'd like to formally apologize.
Scion doesn't get the trade kill onto the Senna. The movement speed from his little ghost form, a little bit too much for the Scion passive. A 3 for 0 coming out from blue side.
Coming up big.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to formally apologize for the caster curse. I think I sucked red team's cock a little too hard there, and I think it came up big in caster curse form. I apologize. I will continue to talk as normal.
Yeah, I mean, Maxi coming in, that 3-man ult solidified that play. You know, that was, oh, Gwen immunes the spirit pull from Alawi as well.
Minigame, it's the Alawi minigame. You get hit by that spirit grab, well, you lost. Whatever it is, just stop, cut your losses, run away. And Qzar says, I don't have to worry about that one.
Yeah, Gwen has the components to the Rift Maker. Gonna probably be able to go back within the next few waves and pick that up. I think that's going to be a big turning point. I don't think Alawi is even really close to getting the Divine Sunder, I believe is what she's building. She's about 1,000 gold down at this point. So that's going to be a tough matchup once the Gwen picks up her mythic item. Oh, we see them a little bit of BM happening in all chat. I don't know if you're looking at that as well.
Please stop hitting bubbles on me. Better than Zoe trick, one trick I flavor. Ooh. Bel'Veth looking for that. He does get the execute. Scion getting that kill.
The will he support Scion
lose in the process? Oh, there it is, the knockup.
Oh,
yeah, the CC. Oh my God, he almost died. Meanwhile, topside 3-manning top, and Gwen is holding her own. She may turn this fight, and she does. Gwen, Amumu, Maxi responding huge big here. My God. Huge big. Holy shit.
I want to point out what I think I watched in that fight in the bot lane. the Q extension with the ward coming up from Gritty, you don't see a lot of low elo Senna's able to do that. That's a good mechanical little play from him.
Yeah, he is low elo.
No, I'm
busting.
I like it a lot.
I do, yeah, it's very clean.
That is a mechanic you don't see very well. I like the itemization from him. Opting from the Void Verge, knowing that the stacks are going to come through to give him that crit chance to turn it online. And it looks like blue side is going to opt to try to pick up Herald here. Now, not a lot of response I'm going to see from red side with Alawi dead. This is going to be a free Herald. I'm looking to maybe see it drop mid lane when Dragon spawns within the next minute or so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the optimal time to do it. Drop it, head the Dragon. You have so much pressure coming off the mid side. Ooh, Maxkey maybe finding Dusik here. Oh, a little bit of trickiness, bouncing back and forth. I didn't even know that goddamn shadow was there. But a Dusik does. He walks out safe and sound.
Yeah, it looked like the Bandit Shots was on cooldown because it looked like he used Bandit Shots to get to the
fight.
Lane. Yeah, so it was on cooldown. It would have been good to see it, but you know, what can you do? It looks like red side has a little bit of a priority position for this next Dragon. I'm not sure they're going to start it. I don't know if their damage for it is super good, not having an ADC around. Asylum looks like he might be in a little bit too deep. Does get rooted up.
Big ult coming in, not quite hitting the Zoe X or the Zed. They do get out. Maxie's back in, jumping around. He looks like a Zed player, by God, but it's not enough. Red team skipping away as Jamarcus back into the fray, trying to find that angle, and it just feels all too desperate. Wow.
Gwen TPing in, ulting Captain Kung Fu. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble does come out, but will it be enough to secure his life? No, the final Gwen ult will take him down.
Yeah.
No Dragon taken from either side. We do see the Herald come out from the Gwen here into the mid lane, so it looks like they probably want to have a Mumu rotate over and try to get the Dragon while this is crashing mid. Sion is here to compete with the Gwen, but it does end up crashing. Sion ult does come out onto the Gwen. Big damage from Gwen here.
Big damage trade.
Igniting the Gwen.
Ooh. Blaze Edge here, inches, but the inches were found. Asylum, one ignite.
That was well played from both sides. And it looks like, yeah, okay. What is going on right now?
Oh my God, we do a little trolling.
Just a little bit.
A wee bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidgen. A little smidgen.
Amumu starting the Ocean Dragon at this point. Looks like he's gonna have to do it solo, but it doesn't look like there's gonna be any competition.
Oh, he does see it. He saw the bounce. The pokage, a little bit of fun. I will say this is looking good for Bel'Veth. And look good. Okay.
I think he missed an auto attack. He might have been able to live. He burns Flash, Ignite, does manage to trade a kill, but I don't think with the Summer Spell trade that it's going to be worth it unless Griffin can pick up a kill here onto Gritty.
He does get the stun, but does not get the follow-up. I mean, you see again, another trade happening. The root, dodging the root, not quite. He does get hit by the root. He's opting to go back in. Gritty on the flip side, again, getting hit on by Griffin. Griffin looking for that angle, taking a big tower shot, ulted down as Griffin loses his life. And dead.
In no universe should Senna be able to trade that kill there.
Oh yeah.
But Gritty just goes, he just does what Gritty does, and he manages to turn a kill where he otherwise shouldn't be able to. Well played from him, but I think a little bit of more of a misplay from Griffin there.
Oh yeah, I think it was a little too forced.
Yeah, a little too forced there. Yeah, and we can see the gold lead starting to build. We're at almost 2K for blue side, and I believe they do outscale with the Senna. So we do see Rod of Ages coming up with a Karma here, not a Radiant Virtue. So it is going to be able to do a little bit more damage from Yeremy. We should see a little bit more from him. Opting for a needlessly large Rod on that reset. I'm curious if he's going to go straight into a Rabadon's or if he's going to build the shield item. What is it called? I forget the name of it. Whatever it does extra damage to shields, you know, for the Scion. I believe we might see a little bit of shields coming out from Sejuani, maybe.
Not a lot of chattiness from this game, I'm noticing. Is both teams talking a lot to each other. Been a lot of talking, a lot of back and forth.
Shadow Flame. Shadow Flame is the item I was thinking of.
Yes, Shadow Flame. That's absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with all the shielding.
Yeah. We'll have to see here.
Oh, no. These are maybe getting targeted here a little bit. I don't know if this is really worth it. I feel like Griffin and Shepard may not have it, but it looks like Griffin's confident. These are opting to run. Ult coming in. He does not have his immunity. He's looking to get out, but it's not enough. Griffin forced it just hard enough.
What an odd engage from Sejuani. He stepped out of the bush. Gwen had an extra second to respond to that. As we see Dusek going onto Gritty, just absolutely annihilating.
That was two shurikens connecting towards the end there.
Yeah. And he's got the serrated Dirk and the Ravenous Hydra as well. He's got a lot of AD, so Senna, not really a whole lot he can do there. But yeah, that was an interesting play from topside. I think Gwen may have been able to live that had it been played a little bit differently, but we'll have to see. It looks like Maxi looking for the bandit shots onto Zoe. Misses just barely.
I think neither of them expected that. Zoe jumping in, seeing the Amumu there, going, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know, getting rid of your sleep from Zoe there, very scary to do, especially versus Belveth. We've seen her solo her before. Power shot for Dre.
I think when I look at the team comp from Red side, I think around this time is when you're gonna start to notice issues with the range.
Yeah.
So going into these next Dragon team fights, there's a Chemtech Soul coming up in 1 minute and 30. I think they absolutely have to get into the river first. Outside of that, I'm not sure how they're gonna approach these team fights, barring some sort of insane trouble bubble into Scion ult, something like that.
Yeah, blue team starting up the Herald here.
The Dragon. Ooh. Oh, did they manage to get it?
They did not get it.
No, they did not manage to get it. It's interesting that Senna does get the souls from that, even without killing it.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was an
really
interaction.
Weird, actually.
Yeah. But Gwen jumping over. Scion maybe even a little bit overextended here, but he does have his team to back him up.
Maxi, big flash. Oh my god, coming up as Maxi again following up. We do see Shepard on the side coming from behind. Not quite finding a great angle. He does get the ult coming in, but it's probably not enough. Getting beaten around. They do take a little bit of damage there. Kung Fu is still alive, and so is Zed. With sleep coming in. Ooh, Gwen is immune.
A 1-for-2 fight coming out. So top lane and support going down for Red side. Blue team still relatively healthy. Maxi bandage tosses onto the Sejuani. His team is not quite there in time. The root does come down onto the Zed. Griffin delivering that root. We'll have to see if Senna can heal up their team in time for this dragon. It looks like red team may want to pop some recalls here, and blue team does as well.
Yeah, both teams looking to reset.
Yeah, interesting. I think blue team could have potentially gone for the dragon here, but it is a safer play to reset and make sure that you're fully healthy for this team fight.
Jesus. You see Qzar TPing in. We see Zed opting to go for the aggressive play. He does end up getting punished for it. The snare is connecting. Really smart snare. He does throw it directly behind him as Zed comes in. I gotta say, I don't think really Red's in a position to take this Drake at this point. It's gonna be entirely cheeky steals. Ooh, that's not looking good. Yeah, I was gonna say, Kung Fu's in a really bad spot right there.
Yeah, with Zed down, this Drake is certainly going to go over to the blue side here.
I was one Amumu snare away from going fucking terribly.
A little bit of fighting off more than you could chew for Dusek there. It's a little unfortunate for his team that he opted to go to try to assassinate the Senna there. I think maybe the better play was to save your ult, maybe even get a reset off and try to fight as a team. You really hate to see blue side stacking up 3 dragons already at 22 minutes. You know, that puts you on a big timer if you're red side. You have 5 minutes to really make an impact on the game before they get Chemtech Soul.
We talk about that Chemtech Soul. I mean, the passive, the soul itself. I feel like you're looking at a team with so much damage immunity. You're looking at Gwen not taking damage, being able to avoid at low HP. You're looking at Belveth, also low HP avoidance. It's a little spooky. I feel like their team is the right team to have it.
arguably the second best Drake in the game, aside from Hextech. Yeah, Chemtech Soul is really rough. As we see Dusek going on to Yeremy here. Yeremy pretty tanky. Probably not going to be able to get taken down so fast by the Zed. And that's a full combo, basically. I'm not sure how many shurikens he landed, but Yeremy just does not care.
Ion, he has 2 AP items, a Roa and a Seraph, and it looks like he has a tankiness, but here comes the fight. Asylum stopping the initiation from Fusar. We do see follow-up damage happening. Kung Fu being wiped from the face of the earth, as we do see big damage coming in, big poke coming in. We're seeing that Senna and the Gwen coming up big that fight.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about earlier. The mid-game team fights are going to be a struggle. Without that consistent DPS that you get from an AD carry, a lot of the champs on blue side are not going to go down easily. Gwen, really hard to take down. Amumu, even, yeah, Bel'Veth. This is going to be a hard game for red side. Unless Captain Kung Fu can really come in clutch with some of these bubbles, it's going to be a rough game. I want to check in on Gritty here with the souls. 94, almost hitting that 100 soul breakpoint, where Senna really becomes troublesome. The range is going to be massive.
And again, it's that consistent pick, that consistent damage problem. You know, we're talking about the mage pick bot side. We saw it last game. We're not seeing consistent damage. You know, we're missing that. We're really missing that for red team right now, and I think they feel it.
Yeah, Zed ulting. Good Amumu ult from Basti. Stops the Senna going down.
Massive ult coming in. Senna may be dead. He is. And now the fight's swinging a little better for red team here. Big ulti coming in. Shepard finding that fight. Wow. Marcus does see Griffin. A little bit of a 2v1 right now on the bot side, but Griffin doesn't care. He's saying, my team's right behind me. Here they come. And come they do. That is... as Maxi goes forward, getting very low here. Griffin will lose his life for this play, but Jamarcus on the run. Desperately trying to survive from this. The flow's going to kick in for the max range. It does. Dodging the sleep as Yeremy getting onto the back line carry. This is not good. Not good at all. A lot of damage coming through. Kung Fu desperately running for his life as he gets sniped from Senna. Massive snipe as the chase down continues. Flash being used. Shepard barely getting out with his life.
I might have just caster cursed blue side. I was just talking about how the red team is going to have a hard time with consistent damage, and they just showed there that they can still compete. They're still in the game. It's by no means an insurmountable gold lead. A little over 1k maybe, or actually a little under 1k at this point. And Jamarcus going in onto Dusek. I have to give this to, that's a nearly impossible fight for Dusek unless he was insanely fed.
That's a support. That's a very fed support.
Yeah. Good flash from Gritty to avoid the Sejuani ult.
Here comes
Looks like they want to go for himself. Jamarcus has arrived at the fight though, and he is going to absolutely melt this Scion. Blade of the Ruined King coming in really big. Gwen onto Griffin. And a bubble lands onto Karma. Yeah, this is
it's such an awkward, messy fight, but it's going to go blue side's favor because they just don't have it. Big fucking, wow.
Bandage.
Huge bandage. Not quite so huge, but there it is, the ward.
Again,
the ward.
You see Gritty using the ward extension.
Absolutely.
I like to see that. I like to see that a lot. But yeah, I mean, that's a hard fight. It started off with Dusek getting picked off by Jamarcus. Jamarcus opting for the Frostfire Gauntlet or the Iceborne Gauntlet into the Blade of the Ruined King. Tanky, tons of damage. Really hard to take down this Bel'Veth here. Yeah, killing Dusek under 2 Nexus towers.
Pretty getting very low. We do see Asylum trying to look for that angle, but it's just not there. It looks like it may be a 27-minute win.
We see blue side taking this game again.
You see Scion end if you want red side to win. Well, red side win with that, you know, you can't, what can you say?
Well, Dusek had some big words going into that game. And
we saw it. Like, that was really close until it wasn't. You know,
that was exactly. I think I don't even want to say it's like a player gap or anything like that. I think it's a draft gap. I think that they were lacking that consistent damage per second, which allowed blue side to really extend their lead over this game. The range advantage was hard. Captain Kung Fu did his best. He landed a ton of great bubbles and a lot of good follow-up with the damage that he was able to bring.
That consistent damage, they didn't have it, you know?
Yeah, wasn't quite there. So a valiant effort from red team.
And we see these mage picks bot side. I think it's fine, but you need consistent damage somewhere else. We need an 80 carry top. We need an 80 carry mid. We need some like Kindred jungle, something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely really hard to get through the front line of Jamarcus and Maxkey and the Gwen as well. Yeah, it's just rough. Again, I think it's a little bit of a draft disadvantage going into that game, but well fought from both sides. I was really surprised at the early game coming out from the Zoe and the Scion. If I wouldn't have seen that, I would have never believed that lane would have been.
It went really well for Scion and Zoe there, actually.
Yeah, so well played early, but it kind of fell apart towards the mid game, which was sort of expected there. But a good game overall. Definitely an interesting draft. That might be one of the strangest drafts I've seen in Premier League thus far, but it was entertaining.
Oh yeah, it was very entertaining. That it was, and it was looking really good for a little while. But again, once we got to the 5v5 team comps, the difference in the comps started to show. It really started to come through. Oh man.
Do you have an MVP candidate in mind for that game? Because in my mind, there's not a clear one.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Part of me wants to give it to Gritty and Jamarcus, like as a duo. I kind of want to give them like the dual MVP. But we saw Yeremy really holding it down and holding his own in this game. Zed, we saw Zed's full combo not even really getting past half of his HP.
Man was a tank. Like, my God.
He held his own. Yeah, he definitely held his own. Maxkey, again, hovering bot lane, making sure his ults, he hit 3-man ults bot side, allowing his team to, extend their lead even more. There's not a clear MVP in my mind. Even Gwen winning super early, even almost turning 1v2s topside by herself. She was left on kind of an island early, but made it work.
I'm gonna speak up here plainly and clearly. Jamarcus MVP.
Jamarcus.
He soloed on his own so many people. He got such a lead. He got so many kills. There's a reason he's 11-4 as a, there's a reason. And I think it was big. I will say, I wanted to give it to Gritty as well. I feel like they both came up really big. You take Gritty out of this game, it'd be a different game, I think. But yeah. This is a duo, most valuable duo. Is that the play?
It's a if you were going to give somebody MVP on the blue side, it's by a razor thin margin, because I think that everyone performed on their team.
Oh,
everyone did their part.
Did. Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the MVP being sliced away, taken, stolen, dare I say, by Jamarcus. Jamarcus, welcome to the caster desk. Phenomenal performance by you once again. What do you seem so excited to be here, Jamarcus? I gotta say,
hi.
Yeah, everyone's a big fan of you, Jamarcus. You're a very well-known, famous person here. Arguably one of the earliest first pick round drafts in the system. Not today though. Gritty taking it away. Any thoughts about that? Having your first priority pick being taken by Gritty today?
He's the only AD carry here, so no.
You don't think it's just because you're built different? Is that why? Because you got the more kills in that game. Kill gap?
Yeah, but I was the support though. I supported the AD.
Understood, but if you were locked in a cell, covered in mud, you and Gritty both naked, would you beat him?
Would I beat him?
Yes.
Define beat. Like, what kind of beat are we in here? Because I would do things. I'm not sure. Let's think about this.
What kind of things are you doing?
Well, we're locked in a cell and we're naked, covered in mud.
You know what? Let's get a second opinion here. Introducing Gritty from the also arguably duo MVP here. Gritty, any thoughts on being locked in a mud pit with Jamarcus?
Oh, we're also naked.
We're also naked. Yeah, very naked.
That's all right.
Is that?
See, he's down too.
See? What?
You know, in all the years of playing League of Legends with Jamarcus and in my personal life, I know Jamarcus won't let me down. So, I'll take it.
I would never let you down. I'm 100% ready.
I feel that.
Wow, what a beautiful love story. I have to say, will we all get an invite to the marriage, to the actual ceremony itself?
Yeah. It's only when we climb to GM and Challenger one season. And then we'll do it.
Understood. How are you going to do that without Duo of Master Plus?
By supporting each other.
Emotionally?
Yes.
Emotionally.
Understood. Beautiful relationship. You guys absolutely showcasing the beauty and bond that an AD carry and support can have with you.
How about those ward snipes though? I know you guys love.
Yeah, those ward snipes are pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. Those ward snipes are. Ricky kept talking about it. Those ward snipes were very fucking hot. That's for sure.
Last week's ones were a lot better, but this one.
Really, we're talking about a lot this game. That's for sure. I will say you guys both had a great performance. It was hard to really figure out between the two of you which one gets the MVP. So I thought we'd pull you on. Any final parting words to each other? Maybe a public declaration of love to one another.
Sealed Zoe bubbles are better than most of the one tricks I've played against in solo queue. It's kind of crazy. Maybe he just has my number on skill shots. It's fair.
We saw you giving a little bit of respect to him in the chat, talking about it. It was definitely fun to see the back and forth being. That was
he was giving me the business for sure. I had my support love here had to take all the damage. I was literally begging him. I'm like, I'm dead if you don't take this. So
I'll take anything for you.
Oh yeah, there we go.
On that note, we're gonna go ahead and let them go. These things are getting a little too heated on the desk. You guys have a good one. Wow. I think the shape of these mics is a little counterintuitive. That being said, phenomenal performance from the boys. My allergies are destroying me. Ricky, take it away. Oh. It's a good commentary, Ricky. Oh man. Man, what is up with fucking Red Side? How do we save Red Side? What can we do to fucking save Red Side? Is it possible? Is Red Side just doomed? Do we have to make emergency changes to Red Side? I don't know. We have 2 of each role. That's the fix. 2 of each role? What do you mean? Oh, like more people in the role, yeah. Oh man, blowing my nose off screen, boys. Giant pile of tissues off to the side. People should drive better. Oh man. I mean, hey, it's hard to say. I definitely would agree with you guys that we need more people, we need more players. But that being said, it's like no one signed up. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We got 1 new person this week, and it was a jungle, and they're not here today. So it's, again, when I talk to you guys and I say, hey, we really need more players, please talk to your friends, convince them, like pull them here. I mean it. It's up to you guys. Like I can advertise it. I talk about it on Twitter. I talk about my homies. I personally try to get them in here, but it's a lot of the connections and people getting invited is friends being pulled on. You know, I can't even imagine. We would not even be able to do this shit if it weren't for the fact that one day, you know, Dougie, Dumpy, fucking Regicide, Iwa, and, you know, Misty all just fucking appeared out of thin air. This wouldn't be possible if that friend group didn't suddenly just join and become a part of the community, you know, Popgun. And it's like that. Yeah, we need more player pool. I agree with you. So it's hard to say. Make